Alrighty. Alright, hello. I said I would be streaming once I finally got home and finally got settled in. My legs feel like they are about to crumble to fucking powder, and I had one hell of an interesting day, let me tell ya. Also saying you're committing a crime if the 7-S music isn't here. I think it's in this playlist somewhere. Yeah, it's in the playlist, so don't worry, it'll probably show up at some point. Hello there, Wastermelon, glad to see you showed up. Speaking of which, let me quickly take a look at who's in chat today. Hello Lavender, hello Skybiscuit, hello Jade, hello Amalgamated, hello Warren, hello Mr. Gamer, and hello Paper, and of course hello Wastermelon, as I've already mentioned before. But hey, a little bit of an after-hours drama stream, I suppose, here. And no, Skybiscuit, you're actually kind of technically wrong on this case, although I will in fact just bring up something that I forgot to even include within the video that's going to be uploaded tomorrow, and it's mainly just me and it's mainly just something that I'm just going to try and hold myself to, which is, well, unless the guy... Which is, if the guy that I'm responding to decides to make another response video to my response, I'm not really going to bother with it unless something really fucking outlandish is said about me. So I'm probably not going to really bother with any subsequent responses. I'm just going to leave it at 1 and just call it a day. It is 5 AM. For me, it's almost 5 PM, so that's funny. Also, hello there, some kid. But no, we are not taking a look at the terrible response. After all, I already have a video going up tomorrow that's about that, so there's really no fucking need. There is really no fucking need to do any of that. But I do have something that I've wanted to take a look at on stream for a while, and let's just be honest here, I just legitimately couldn't wait until the weekend, so that's why we're doing a little bit of an impromptu stream, I suppose. Whose response are we talking about? We're mainly going to be covering something that, well, if you were in my server, it was, I think, towards the beginning of this week or so. No, it was like about like 4 or so days ago. Our good friend on the channel, Eric, ended up bringing to my attention a video by someone that goes by the name of In Praise of Shadows, and apparently there was an entire section of this weird-ass video about, like, terrible conservative horror movies that just got completely axed. And the main reason why is because it was just designed to call out a bunch of YouTubers that did nothing wrong other than just mildly annoy him on Twitter, and that was really about it. And we're mainly going to be taking a look at, I think it's, Willie Max Show's video, largely because he actually brings up a particular portion of that deleted section that honestly kind of intrigued me and reminded me of a certain, well, dumb fuck that I am now only former friends with. Time for some hard peach tea. Yeah, it's about the stuff with Wendigoon. So let me just quickly pull up that video before switching scenes here. I was just staring at Twitter, like... How the fuck is Wendigoon getting dunked on? Well, the thing is that he really isn't. It's really just one fucking dumbass that, funnily enough, has basically just been, like, getting thrashed around online as of late, and has even made, like, you know, his own, like, weird cope posts and whatnot, which I might as well go over. Let me just quickly... I'll just quickly put them... like another channel here, just that way I can have easy access to them. Because they're pretty fucking hilarious and sad. Let's see here. Let me just quickly switch up scenes here. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Hello there, V. Holy shit, a once in a blue moon time. Regarding In Praise of Slander, that's actually pretty solid. But yeah. Also, hopefully you guys dig the new background. I'm gonna use some of these Earthbound battle backgrounds I've been seeing because, I don't know, I like their aesthetic and they're pretty funny. So, there you go. That's really about it. I almost forgot that I should probably be trying to pull up this window. There we go. Hello. Wunderbar. There we go. And I just realized that that is... What the f... I just realized I'm using the wrong fucking avatar. Give me a minute. I'm not using the animated one. Shit. Jesus Christ. I can't believe I'm that out of practice. Holy shit. Okay, there we go. Now it's fixed. There we go. We're back to normal. One stream he just uses a Gygus background? Jesus Christ, that would be horrifying. Oh no. But yeah, we're mainly taking a look at this video. It's about, like... Shut the fuck up for a minute. Holy shit, can YouTube not be basically functioning on, like, paper clips and glue for, like, 5 fucking minutes? Oompaville's video is also pretty solid. I'm pretty sure, like, everyone's response to this guy, you know, was actually pretty solid. I've pretty much so far, I think, actually seen, like, everyone. Like, I've seen, you know, obviously Mudahar's video. That was one of the first that ended up coming out in response to this idiot. Then, of course, Willie Max Show's video ended up coming out, which definitely caught my attention. And then, of course, Oompaville also made his own video, and probably a few others. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm mainly focusing here on Willie Max Show's, largely because, well, again, a particular point is brought up here that reminds me of a certain someone, and I just feel like laughing at it. Hello there, maybe kitty. Hey, Sandy, it's 5 minutes until my dad's birthday. Sweet. Tell him happy birthday for me. But, yeah. I have no idea how much of this I'm actually going to be getting into. What the fuck? Shooter running on GZ Doom, interesting. Wow, my ADHD is already fucking kicking in. How fan- What the fuck is this? What is this? Wait, hang on. What the fuck is this? What is this in the fucking memes? What is this? What is this? What the fuck is this? Help him! Free him! What the fuck is this? I have a feeling that this is probably one of the biggest cries for help in terms of an image I think I've ever seen on the memes channel. Are you guys okay? Money? But that's not what I wanted to show off here. I wanted to start off here with some of these screenshots here from this particular guy. So, this is apparently from his Discord server. The Mr. In Praise of Slander here apparently goes by Zane in his fucking server. But this was one of the first things I saw. Real talk, do you think, do you all think I can come back from this? Pretty sad tonight, to be fully honest. If I just start back with my normal kind of work, do you all think things will be fine in the long run? I think I'm probably just gonna be dead honest and answer his question very honestly here. No, there's really no coming back from this. You decide to just slander a bunch of people for literally no reason and just make yourself look like a fucking moron. AK Spamton by the looks of it. Dude got jailed while playing Monopoly! Yeah, a lot of these fucking screenshots here are pretty sad, but let's just get into the video here. I just wanted to mainly take a look at that one particular screenshot because I just found that question to be unbelievably funny. Whomst is pinging me? I swear to God I will find them. Anyways, here we go.
Today we're going to be talking about the most politically brain-rotted video I have ever seen, coming from the horror community of all places. Calling every big content creator who held a gun a far-right YouTuber, getting every detail wrong.
Okay, listen, also, why is this at 360p? What the fuck is this? There we go. Now we can see this man in his full quality here. Is it just me, or does this man just straight up look like a discount iDubbbz? Like, it can't just be me, right? It can't just be me, right? Please tell me it's not just me. It looks like how the internet thinks a dad dresses Hello There Game Penguin. I derp! But yeah, it can't just be me that looks at this guy and thinks discount fucking iDubbbz. He's a Noah Samson knockoff. If only I knew who the fuck Noah Samson is. I don't think I'm that online yet. But yeah, I just... Goofy looking guy, that's all I gotta say.
Having multiple ties to other far-right extremist figures. He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape. He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that has taken—
What the f... Listen, I've watched a lot of Oompaville's fucking content. In fact, we've covered a few of Oompaville's videos on, like, streams before. One of the last things I would guess is that he's like a fucking gun nut, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Ruined Leon said he has the appearance of a hipster PD. I mean, I guess I can see where it's coming from. Current year iDubbbz is discount iDubbbz, let's be real. You know what? Yeah.
taken advantage of Nakado Avocado.
How is he a gun nut? I am more of one and I own 0 guns. I mean, listen, if Oompaville's a gun nut, then I'm a fucking gun nut. If Oompaville's a fucking gun nut, I'm Barack fucking Obama, okay? Like, we're talking about, like, some of the most, like, far amount of reach that we are seeing right here within, like, the first few... I'm sorry, why did I have to pause and fucking make a cut? Fucking Nikocado Avocado is sitting there. I love how low quality it is in comparison to him as well. We have, like, basically 360p Nikocado Avocado over here, right beside 4K quality discount iDubbbz. Well, they're pro-gun and have conservative beliefs, who gives a shit? I mean, true. Like, to some extent, it's kinda true. Oompaville has guns, but that doesn't mean he's a gun nut? Yeah, exactly. That's not what I wanted to fucking do, YouTube. Jesus fucking Christ.
Is very white country, and for the most in his most
Have you even
YouTuber ties to other far-right extremist figures. He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape. He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that has taken advantage of Nakado Avocado's mental decline.
Nikocado is a character. Have you even watched the videos?
He is friends with Mutahar, who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites.
The thing is that, like, within Mutahar's video, he actually addressed this, and I can kind of agree with, you know, the stance that, like, you know, Mutahar has about, like, being against, like, the deplatforming of Andrew Tate and the fact that that would just ultimately bolster whatever kind of message Andrew Tate is trying to fucking spread. Like, I can at least kind of understand that to an extent, so I'm willing to at least give it a pass. Who's pinged me? What the fuck is this? Wait, hang on. Look at this shit. The resemblance is uncanny. Look at this shit. You can barely tell the difference. Get me in on this. I got stuff to I got stuff to say. Okay, fine. Let me go on to my server. Fuck it. Go into the stream VC. Oh my god, I didn't know it was his dad!
Yes.
The resemblance is just... it's uncanny.
It's like, if you saw it in the chat, it's like, I didn't know his dad did YouTube as well. It's very cool.
Yeah, I know, he even wears Hawaiian shirts, which is actually kind of funny, given one of the points of discount iDubbbz here.
Mm-hmm.
Poorly made paint edit. Would I be able
Absolutely.
to join? I guess I could drag you in, Paper? You'd have to go into the general chat, and I'd have to drag you into the voice call myself.
Mm.
That's, of course, only if you really want to join. You know, again, we are, in fact, live, so that's entirely up to you. Well,
I also...
Come right in!
I also
Welcome
saw
aboard.
The video that of me and my face palm thing. Like, that's cool. It's so nice to see other people using the work of my character.
I mean, the thing is that I was using, like, mainly just, like, your profile picture for, like, the longest time, and
yeah.
I don't know why, but I just, for some reason, couldn't bring myself to just ask, hey, do you have any, like, just stills of your character that I could just fucking use?
That's what I use in all of my thumbnails. Like, the history of that character is I literally made it during the time when, if you remember, Pokemon was trying to be, like, a VTuber at one point. I made it to...
No, I do not. What the fuck?
Oh, I might have to send you that video, but she was going to be like a VTuber, and she had like a VTube live and had like this whole shebang with it, and people got pissed about it. I made a video on it, and I proved a point by making that my character, and I've been using that character since.
Damn.
I used to use like stills of a different character that I made in like MS Paint or like I think it was Adobe Illustrator to animate myself. But then I'm like, I might as well use this one because then I can live animate it, and I thought I could do that whole thing. But I ended up just using it in my thumbnails,
remembered
and it's really
something.
funny.
Hang on, please tell me I still have the image saved somewhere. I'm pretty sure I do. It's somewhere in my downloads. It's probably like buried underneath fucking everything else, but this is gonna be some, like, you know, new age gamer versus like retro prehistoric gamer type shit whenever it comes to, you know, this. But like, I highly doubt anyone that is like currently in the chat, or at least very few of them, remember this profile picture.
Oh yes, this is still on your Steam.
Yeah, I know. It's still my Steam profile picture, and the only reason why, well, there's actually two reasons. Reason number one, it's funny, and also reason number two, I just can't be asked to change it. But this was my profile picture for the longest fucking time.
Are those halls like cough drops?
Yes, they're fucking Halls cough drops. It's a stupid.
Halls holding Halls, right?
Oh my
It's
god.
actually no, it's a character from a friend of mine, Dan Yami, holding a bag of Halls, and I don't even know. It's a stupid Shadows of a Bed and fucking like inside joke bonus 33% more Halls, and for some reason I just still find it funny to this day.
That's amazing.
And this was my profile picture for the longest fucking time until someone decided to draw my Plague Doctor.
Yeah, I find it funny too because I've gotten now technically fan art of someone doing my emblem that I drew. So like if you see my emblem on Discord, someone redid it but like more professionally, and I have that as my like my Steam thing. I really should update.
Yeah, Amalgamated knows what character that is. Razor from SOA.
Anyway, 30 seconds in, we got
yeah,
so
we're
far.
30 seconds into this chaos fest right here.
Oh boy.
But yeah.
Alright, here we go.
And has recently showcased a great deal of transphobia in his.
My fucking god.
I hate it. Oh yeah.
Ah!
No.
We couldn't even make it 2 fucking seconds past, and I already.
Round of applause.
I'm going to explode trans women sense activated transphobia mentioned.
We are about to send the missiles.
The missile knows exactly where it is and where it is going.
What the fuck did you just say about the missile, you little shit?
The missile is EP.
The missile is very tired. The missile is sleepy. AKA my ferret's like 90% of the time.
All right.
So
posting some
true.
video.
Oh no, this guy hasn't watched anything. This guy will prove.
Correct.
Yeah, honestly, what I find funny and a very uncanny similarity between Mr. In Praise of Slander here and, well, the person that I'm going to be responding to in tomorrow's video, is that neither one of them seem to want to do more than 5 seconds of research on the people that they're going after, yet for some reason do insane amounts of research in order to try and, I guess, bolster their own points, when in reality it just makes them look dumber.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can I not be pinged in random servers for 5 minutes?
Can you
Jesus!
just be normal for 5 minutes?
Me to my entire fucking audience. Spoiler alert, they can't.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if I want to share this, but on one of my latest shorts, I talk about like the Fairly Odd Parents reboot, and I got 2 people who literally posted like the nerd emoji,
Oh no.
and I'm like, I look at their profile pictures. One is, I think, of some sort of, I don't know what this is, but the other one is the other one is.
Did we get the fucking hello there, Sky? Welcome aboard.
Yeah. But the other one is, and I have to see this straight face. It's a profile picture that involves a blue monkey from Monkey Tag. Call me again when your balls drop, sir.
Call me again when you're out of middle school, buddy.
Exactly. Anyway.
Call me again when you're not violating Discord's terms of service.
True! Call me again when you're not violating the terms of service of, like, almost every fucking social media platform.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
All right. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get into the fucking video here. We aren't even a minute in, and
Yes.
Sorry. Just another
ADHD.
day on the Sanity live streams here.
Clutch at every opportunity, while at the same time pushing harmful stereotypes, like saying that everyone who lives in Appalachia is a racist.
Deep Appalachia is very white country. and for the most part,
I'm just
is
gonna be here,
exceptionally
like,
racist.
well, that's
Says the white guy.
Well, the thing is, like, Deep Appalachia, that's the Appalachian Mountains, right?
I don't know, nor do I really care.
Yeah,
It's...
No, no, he's not wrong though. That's the thing. It's like if you're gonna say that they're like all racist and stuff, I've been to Pennsylvania, and there's like a YMCA camp that we have like a bunch of stories around it where there's like no cell phone reception or anything within like the general area of it because it's like out in the middle of like Amish-ish country.
Jesus.
It's not a bad place. It's like it's a family camp. It's very nice.
All
It's
right.
very cool, very cool. But like one of them was, it was a lot. I don't think I want to say the stories on the stream because they're not all the best of stories. Nothing happened, thankfully, but it's like creepy.
I mean, let's just be honest here. Trying to like state that like an entire section of the country is apparently like racist just because there's a lot of white people there is just kind of... It's probably
So,
one of the
the-
most Twitter brain-rotted things I probably have heard in quite some time, and that is saying something considering the kind of content that I create.
The thing is, I think he's getting this because I've seen similar statistics, but that's the thing. These statistics might be outdated. I don't remember when I saw that statistic, and I don't remember like what year it was from. When it was stated that the Appalachian Mountains are the most racist part of the U.S. They could be, but
I mean,
we
there's
need
probably a lot
more
of factors that go
information to
into
justify
it. The data could potentially be outdated. The data could be entirely skewed for one reason or another. Like, honestly, it just depends on where he ended up getting this kind of information from. And I'll be honest, considering a lot of the things that this man has basically decided to state, and considering that I decided to delete a lot of this from the original video that a lot of these clips are from, I'm more willing to bet that he actually just decided to state this more as a my sources that I made it the fuck up, rather than my sources actually something that I found.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we need more data.
Yeah, we need more data other than just Mr. Wobblemouth over here, just, you know, yammering on. Fucking discount iDubbbz in a Hawaiian shirt.
iDubbbz cousin.
Genuinely in this part of the
iDubbbz
game,
cousin.
You have to assume that any white person you meet is racist.
Also, yo, Hawaiian shirt.
Wait, hang
when
on.
did
No,
you
wait,
invent
hang
that?
on.
Does
We
that
have
say, hold on, I didn't catch that either.
we have to back this shit up. What the fuck?
Genuinely in this part of the
Wait, what'd he
country,
say?
you have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise.
And then
And there it is.
You know what that reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
We shall cancel him now because he is guilty until proven innocent.
Literally. Like, that is...
Mhm.
Fucking hate that mentality, man.
So stupid.
Apparently being white and southern automatically makes one a racist, according to Mr. Slander. Yeah, apparently. I guess because I live in Florida, that must mean that I apparently am like a flaming racist. Ignore literally everything about me. Ignore
that you live in
literally all of
Florida
my
is
history,
basically
ignore
puts the bar
literally
down
everything
low.
about my entire channel's history, ignore basically everything about me, and just make that assumption, I guess.
Like, yeah, ignore the fact that you completely and 100% factually wrestled an alligator when you were 12. You came into contact with malaria at the age of 39, and that you
not that kind of history.
You've also been to the moon at age, let's say, 32.
I'm not even that old yet!
Correct. No. Yeah, no, but correct. Yeah. It's the same
I
thing
mean,
here.
just ignore the fact that I literally made a video about Synthetic Man, and is just... his video that made him look like a Klansman.
I need to. I'm scared to make a Synthetic Man video because I made one short on Synthetic Man in the entire history of my channel.
I'm not scared of making a Synthetic Man video because all of his little fan cucks, his little meat riders, usually just resort to just the same exact fucking insults time and time again to the point where it just kind of comes across as just white noise to me. Just kind of like,
yeah,
what's that? Making jabs
fair,
towards the
yeah.
fact that I use an avatar that's the opposite of my actual gender? Wow, what's new? And what's the next one say? Oh,
Guys,
that
ooh,
one's
oh,
calling me
no.
a slur. Oh, you're real original.
Yeah, and then they'll 100% take my cat ears just like, you're a furry. It's like, that's not how this works.
Oh my god, furry
Like,
Lamau.
I
Who the
am-
fuck cares?
Yeah,
Like,
what
I'm
I
happily
also
a furry, but I'm not about to say like, that's not my whole personality. Yes, I'm a furry, but
the one thing that I do wish that I could put onto my avatar is my headphones, because I have like that's like a branding thing, but then I'm just scared that I'll get in trouble
I
with
am
Razer.
scared of what Neil just sent me.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
What is this? What is this?
This sounds interesting. Sanity, would you like to come up and share with the class?
Yeah, hang on. I think he sent it. Yep, he sent it in another server that I'm in. Hang on, this is...
Oh boy.
Oh, I love this video.
Oh, I get it. That's
Oh.
great.
Wait, hang on, what is this one?
Perfect. That was just the A.
Oh no. It just sounds like it's having a fucking What is this?
Perfection.
What is this thumbnail? Hang me by my balls.
Okay, can we not go down a rabbit hole of just listening to Big Iron?
Yeah,
Just like in various
it's
meme
okay. We can let him have his A's and his D's.
This is just brain rot on a new level. Come on. What are we, TikTok?
Hang on, I'm gonna have to like save this one for later because it looks silly. But yes,
Oh
we're
my
gonna have to
God,
get back on topic here.
That reminds me of like someone sent me like a GIF of a recent Maxor video like that they made themselves as like an edit, and it was on the Elden Ring one where it's the hammer and it's like get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant. It's like,
Oh my god.
I need to send that because he can't find it anywhere else because he made it himself, and it was really funny, and it just made me die laughing. I loved it.
I think it was in reference to the fact that the last Elden Ring video was literally 9 months ago.
It's true. It's true.
Oh,
Anyway.
Because I literally
right.
watched that video when it came out, and it was just, he literally went like, "My last Elden Ring video was 9 months ago. In that time, you could have had a child."
Yeah, he's not wrong. Okay, let's play.
He legitimately tries to use this as a point to prove that Wendigoon is a racist because he lives there. I love my job.
Okay, that's
Beyond-
racist.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
just-
But
that's
here's
just
the thing. That's not even the worst bit of it, okay? I've
Okay.
listened to Willie Mac's video here.
Continue,
It just... if you think that that is bad, it only gets worse whenever he's talking about Wendigoon. It just goes down fucking hill
This
at
feels-
Mach 12.
Yeah, no, this feels like the time that someone accused me of being like a sympathizer because I've been defending PC, and there are those kinds of people on the PC, and I'm like, that's not how this works.
Yeah, like here's the thing. This, like, in terms of just how downhill it goes whenever whenever the topic of Wendigoon comes up here.
Are we talking about Calvin and Hobbes and his red wagon?
What?
No, it's even
Does-
worse than
am
that
I-
one. He
did I just
like starts
fuck
off at the
myself?
top
What
of
the
Mount
fuck?
Everest. He casts tungsten ballsack on himself and decided to go tumbling down at Mach 12.
Yeah. Am I the only
Oh
one that
my
gets that
gosh.
reference, by the way? Calvin and Hobbes' red wagon?
It's like watching a car crash in slow motion.
No. It's
I
like
know
watching a
that's
car
Calvin
crash in
Hobbes.
fast motion, rewinding it, and then watching it crash in extra slow motion.
Indeed.
I love Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
No, but does no one get that reference? No one gets. Oh.
I mean,
You'll
I know
never
Calvin
catch
and
me,
Hobbes,
wizard. I
but-
cast
You
tungsten
didn't know that, in, like,
ballsack.
so, like in when he's going down the hill on his red wagon and he always crashes.
Oh my god! Oh,
I think
that's
I do.
okay,
It's a
I
vague
understand this
memory, man.
reference. I understand
I
this reference
love
now.
those comics. I have like several of the books. It's so good. Anyway,
Why is there 9 plus? I don't care
On
about that.
that is the Cherokee Reservation. Wendigoon lives somewhere just on the other side of the reservation. That is not me doxing him. He has said many times publicly that he lives in East Tennessee, and I'm not even saying what town he lives in. According to the latest census, There are only 23 black people who live in Maggie Valley.
But why would this...
Who the fuck
man,
cares?
who
Why does that
cares?
statistic matter?
Who
And why are you
cares?
bringing this up?
That this is like with what fucking Synthetic Man posted at one time. If you remember, like he posted like a weird statistic that had like different couples and stuff. And I said like, this is the most racist thing that I've seen. It's like, how is this racist? It's like, what the fuck do you mean how that's racist? Look at the context of who is saying it versus what they're saying. It's like,
Again,
How is that not racist?
again, I mean, to be fair, Synthetic Man and racism seem to go together like peanut butter and fucking jelly nowadays, but like, just like, this is like, there's Synthetic Man racism, and then there's like this guy who tries his best to pretend that he's not racist, when in reality, he's just not good.
I now think about this in this weird way where, to me, Synthetic Man is like the polar opposite to, what was her name? Miss Everything is Sexist, Everything is Racist.
I don't remember the name of that person. I feel
Feminist
like...
Frequency. Whoever did that.
Yeah, I don't remember who did that.
Yeah. No, but it like
That's
like,
an old ass meme.
It's old, but like she's still got like work, which was weird. And
That's
she's the one
surprising.
who kind of has been responsible for a lot of the destruction of art in video games, in my personal opinion.
Mhm.
So,
Anyways.
back
This guy
to
pushed
this.
so hard to frame Wendigoon as a racist. Well, it's because he wants to gatekeep the horror movie review genre. I'm not gonna make
What?
it through this.
So what if he's a
Gotta
conservative?
gotta
Is that a
love
problem?
gatekeeping.
Which the answer to that is yes. But the reason that I care is because this does not belong in horror.
Filter in the background.
My brother in Christ, from my perspective, you really have to try and look actually pretty fucking hard to try and, like, label Wendigoon as, like, even, like, a hard conservative. Like, at the end of the day, the most conservative aspects I can even think about when it comes to him is the fact that he's fucking religious, and that is the long and short of it. He's
Yeah,
religious and he
literally, like-
owns guns, and that's about it.
He's religious and he owns guns, but instead of just making that his entire personality, he actually
He actually has a personality.
he actually has a personality.
No,
and
I'm
when
sorry,
he
but
uses when he like brings his guns into his videos, he usually explains why they're there.
He has a reason for everything, and that's basically the long and short of it.
Yeah.
He has conservative values, but he doesn't use it as like
He has conservative values, but he
Yeah.
doesn't try to shove it down everybody's throats, and he doesn't make it his entire personality, because usually that's not the
Which is
point
nice.
of the videos that he makes.
I was more laughing at the background and how fucking
Oh yeah,
stupid
this
it's really
fucking
fun.
I
background!
busted out laughing. I was like,
Background.
Jesus
Omega
Christ.
Forehead Deluxe!
No, we're reaching.
Also,
5
can I just
levels.
simply state, this is not the most flattering pause.
Not really.
This pose looks like he's about to down something real large here.
Very much so. Anyway. Hit the play button.
Warren just said, over the years I couldn't help but notice that the more politically extreme one gets, the more racist they become, and that's on both sides. You know what?
Yes.
You're not even wrong! You're not even wrong!
It's the same thing with sexism too.
A drink, right? Yeah, let's just
Yes.
leave it at that.
Yeah. It's a drink called a sample.
If you know what I mean. Anyways.
Or anywhere. I care deeply about horror, and everything that he does has demonstrated so far in his career that he should not be welcomed in our spaces.
It all
What do you mean throughout his career? All he's done is make videos about shit like Dante's Inferno, you fucking nimwit!
One of my favorite videos of his is just him talking about a giant flesh pit in the ground. Like,
Oh, the
holy
Mystery Flesh
shit.
Pit National Park! Fuck, I love that video.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's actually just
Also-
unironically funny. I just love the, I love the
It's
clip
really
of him just going like, so if you're gonna be in the pit, you better be strapped.
Yeah.
To me, this is why I stick to video games, because at least in video games I can statistically say like there are several people here that probably shouldn't be in it, and most of them are in the industry, because here is a timeline of stuff, and it's usually opinionated based stuff. But gatekeeping that like small of like a horror niche, this is going on levels that like Theft King would be like proud to
Don't
say.
remind me of fucking Theft King, man. I've been trying to forget that that man exists, but every, like, 3 months he ends up circulating back up because he said something stupid.
Oh yeah. Did you
And
hear
I've
what he
been
said recently
resisting.
about
I've been, like, every bone in my body has been resisting talking about it because, honestly, it's just not even worth my time anymore.
I'll talk about it with you.
That's only if
100%.
you really want to, but honestly,
I'm fucking down for it. I can't post it on my own channel because that's not anywhere near the niche that I'm going for.
I mean, I
Plus,
can't be
I
fucked
also
to
have-
even make a video on it. That's the problem.
No, the thing is, like, I have to worry about the showcases coming out because
Also,
Jesus
wait, hang on.
Christ. Like, holy shit, like, Twitter is having a meltdown with the recent Sony stuff. Like, oh my god. That's why I can't make a
Okay,
video on it. I got other stuff.
I think we can make it to 2 minutes in the video if we really try.
If we really try, yes. I think Shandy just went to go take a shit. Taking a poo.
Are we waiting on someone?
We're waiting on Sanity because he said he had to go out
Oh.
and do something. It's like, now we can go behind his back and start talking shit. Like, I think he's a great person. I think he's lovely and fantastic, and he deserves.
I think he's
all
an amazing creator. He's the best fucking creator on this platform.
He's an amazing creator. You kidding me? Deserves love.
Okay, anyways, I'm back. My mom just
And
decided to
that's
fucking call me
why
out of
I
nowhere.
think, in that context, Sanity should be made
Cancelled.
to actually have that.
What did I just come back to? The fuck did I just walk back in on?
We were talking about we were talking shit behind your back, so
Bastard!
you're gonna have to go and rewatch the stream to figure out.
Motherfucker!
You're gonna have to go rewatch the pod.
God fucking damn it. Anyways,
It just reminds me of Hassan saying the word cracker isn't racist and then repeatedly using it in the most racist way possible.
Oh shit.
Crime of using the C word,
Oh.
cracker.
Did I say, oh my god, saltine cracker? Like, people are just bitter because it's saltine cracker. That's not what I
I mean, let's put it
is that
this
not
way.
what
I
you just
personally,
saw?
to the moon.
like,
What are we talking
like
about?
I
That's not
fucking
even-
hate Hassan just as much as the next guy. Like,
Oh,
the
it's
guy is
Hassan.
just genuinely a fucking lunatic at the end of the day. But, like,
Yeah.
for me, I don't find the term cracker to be insulting. Unless
I
it's,
think
like,
it's funny.
someone really
It's
trying
really
their hardest
funny.
to make it insulting as possible, in which case I'm just kind of like, okay, dude, are you trying to use it for comedic purposes, or are you just really that stupid?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the people who genuinely consider it as like a slur on par with like the N word or something. It's just like
If you can say one word and you can't say the other word, maybe the other word is the more offensive word.
True, actually.
yeah.
Net Theft King belongs in a cave. Dude is a
No,
cryptid.
no. He doesn't.
Oh my
belong
God,
in a
the-
cave.
what-
He
what-
belongs
what-
in a zoo.
What's the name of
Needs to
that
be
cave where it's like people shine lights on the walls and force like people to look at the lights? What?
The allegory of the cave.
Yes. I think.
Well, I mean, no. That you don't get what the fuck. I took a philosophy class on this. That's not what that means. You're talking about you want him to be chained to like a place to be forced to stare at the remnants of his career. Because I agree with that.
The Panopticon.
And that's
I
not
just
what I
forgot
said,
the name
you
of the
dumb
cave.
cracker bitch.
Cracker
Just called
this,
the
cracker
cave.
that. All this talk of crackers is making me hungry, but I don't want some sugary snack. Good thing I have Magic Spoon.
Okay, listen,
We
Willie
can
Mac, I
skip-
love you, but we're gonna be skipping over the sponsored segment because we're not sponsored by Magic Spoon.
I would love to try Magic Spoon.
I would too, it's just that I don't have the money.
Yeah, I've also heard.
And
like,
I
mixed
also
reviews
just
about
don't
it.
care enough.
Yeah.
I like Cocoa
Like, it can't be
Puffs.
fucked and I don't have money. The two biggest problems with a lot of things nowadays.
True.
So true.
Send Theft King to the flesh prison!
Excellent.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Hold on. Are we talking about like the real life flesh prison, or are we talking about SCP-002? Because I'm down for either.
I mean,
Either one works. The Ultra Kill
Yeah,
one
either
also
works.
works.
Ultra Kill has an SCP, really?
Ultra Kill has a flesh prison. That's one of the bosses. Did you forget about the flesh prison? How could you forget about flesh prison?
I have not gotten that far in the game. I have not played it in 5 ever as well. Like I'm still stuck on the fucking thing. It's the flesh prison of Primus, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this fucking thing.
Yeah, no, I've not gotten there. You gotta remember, I got stuck.
What is this tagline? It's like if ADHD and caffeine addiction had a baby.
That's completely and utterly what I'm fairly certain that that's a Maxor thing.
I think it is too. Hang on. What if we click it? Yep, it's from a Maxor.
Yup, it's a
I really wasn't expecting to fight the Kaba today. Oh my fucking god, I'm speedrunning a migraine. I almost forgot that I was in hell. Flesh is not supposed
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
The epitome of Zoomer editing, but it's so good.
I love that video so much. I need to watch it again. Anyway,
Me too.
So back to this.
Yeah, back to this. Anyways.
Wants you here.
In Praise of Shadows, also known as Zane, is a horror movie.
Of course he's using VCR OSD as this fucking font over here. Motherfucker's a disgrace to the font.
Review YouTuber. He loves focusing on the political analysis of film and relating everything back to being left-leaning, which is fine. It's his content, but it does come off as a bit cringe at times. He reviewed The Hills Have Eyes.
This is a film about cannibals killing and eating a family who get lost on their summer vacation. And psychologically, most when they watch this will be on the side of the vacationing family.
Well, yeah, because...
That's kind of the point.
Yeah, that's kind of the fucking point!
Did you watch the movie?
It's a horror movie!
Can you continue? What does he say after this?
Wish for them to survive and make it out and get back home. And why is that?
It's because they're cannibals.
Because if you look at this from the perspective of the Hill people, they are only defending what is theirs, this land that they call home. To say that the Hill people and the New Yorkers are of the same nation would only be true in the strictest definition, in that they happen to live within the same borders, but culturally, they couldn't be more different. The Hills Have Eyes is a clash of when you take two types of people who hold absolute contempt for one another, and then you proceed to call them both American and equals, who supposedly have the same opportunities at birth.
Oh, my bad.
What the fuck?
Ow!
Alright.
What is this Olympic level fucking mental gymnastics?
That's a reach.
No. I think he has a point, because in that same context, then that means that the political amazing drama and the historical documentation of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre also seems to happen.
Guys, didn't you know Jason Voorhees was only trying to avenge his mother?
Yeah, that is actually kind of true in the second movie.
Yes,
Or wait, is it the
all
third?
10 movies were just him.
Yeah, all 10 of those
trying to
movies.
avenge
Freddy
his
Krueger,
mother.
actually, maybe we shouldn't be defending Freddy Krueger. Actually, let's not do that.
No, let's not. Let's not.
Let's not. Even as a joke, let's not.
Yeah, no. Like the reason why I said the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because it's like the same movie pretty much, except like. Actually, no. It's very much the same movie. What the fuck?
Let's
Now
watch
that I'm
space
thinking-
and go to space.
I mean, it's a fucking slasher film at the end of the day.
True.
I
But
guess
like
it's about
no,
BL.
but like it's the same premise too, which is weird. Because it's like there's these people that are going on a vacation, and then their car breaks down in the middle of fuck all nowhere, and they have to go up against these hillbillies who are very like native to the region and very cannibalistic and will kill them. So it's like. It's the like which
I mean,
one
it's
did
a
I just
classic
describe? Which one
horror
did I
movie
describe?
trope at the end of the day, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Anyway.
Well, in January 6th, he ended up getting memed on quite a bit for this video, with the top comments saying, "This video, the family had a flat tire and momentarily tried to retrieve their lost dog. So who's the real murdering cannibalistic rapist here? It was self-defense. I don't..."
Wow.
Okay, you know that it's bad when you're getting clowned on by someone who has an Omori profile picture?
Nice.
No,
that's
it's
a
weird to
word
say
for fine
someone's
game,
invading your land when all
yeah.
that happened is they crashed their car and went looking for their lost dog.
And as he falls to the ground, the symbol of inherited generational wealth, education, and power stands over his already dying body and stabs him repeatedly in the heart. Not to kill him, which at this point is already an inevitability, but to remind him of his place.
What is
It
this
ain't that
fucking
deep.
What does
conclusion?
that even mean?
It's a movie.
The thing
It
is
ain't
that
that deep.
The thing is that, like, even still, speaking from even just a medical perspective, the knife that he was using was actually a bayonet, which is meant to kind of go through and pierce, like, a person's heart. Depending on where he stabbed him, he might have stabbed him either through some of the ribs to pierce his like, upper part of the lung and also cut a major artery in that general area. But that's only just someone who only has a passing knowledge of human anatomy, so he would die. But, like, that stab was definitely meant to kill, so.
Yeah, like... Exactly. I just...
Everything
I
is
think
sexist,
stabbing him in
everything
the
is
heart was
racist,
meant to
everything
kill
is
him.
this. It's like, Jesus.
doubt
I
he
mean,
was
back
thinking
in
about
those
that
days, you could
before.
at least see that as, like, some level of rage bait, but, like, nowadays, this is just... I refuse to believe that I share oxygen with people like this.
It's sad. It's very sad.
Or maybe it was just to kill the cannibal that attacked him and his family. I don't know, just my interpretation. The reason why we're talking about this is because he dropped a 3-hour-long video titled Bad Conservative Horror Movies, which is not about conservative movies at
here
all.
we
The
go.
video is split into 3 parts. Part 1 is calling everyone stupid for not agreeing with his Hills Have Eyes review, and blaming his audience's stupidity for his channel dying.
Don't fucking do that!
That is the dumbest fucking
Yeah,
thing to
no.
do!
How many
Wow,
times do I
great
have-
job, moron!
Yeah, no, how many times do
there's
I
a
have to say
reason?
this over and over and over again? This is coming from someone who has a marketing degree, who has been to classes and has seen this happen over and over and over again. Not only in the YouTubing space, but in the actual public space where all the companies and shit happening. Never blame your fucking audience for your own failures and takes.
You almost
that?
sounded like you were trying to do a Squidward impression there.
SpongeBob,
blame
you
your-
seriously need
SpongeBob.
to shut the fuck up.
Stop
Come
driving away
get me,
customers
fat
from
ass!
the Krusty Krab.
that most
But yeah,
of them
no,
had
never
actually
blame
even
her.
watched.
Yeah, never blame your fucking audience. That is, like, probably, like, in terms of content creation, that is, like, probably one of the biggest cardinal fucking sins right there. That's, like, one of the 7 deadly ones right there.
Actually, it
Th-
actually
This
reminds
guy's
me...
speed running, losing his audience at this point.
Yeah, no, that reminds me of the I talked about this on like a JTech video that I did recently, and that was the one on hypercharge that I was talking about. And in that context, the guy who was the developer was highlighting a comment that said that the game would be dead on arrival if it wasn't on Game Pass, and made an entire like 2-minute long rant about like, oh yeah, Game Pass is good, but it's not dead on arrival. It's like, don't even give them that attention in that context, because it's just like, I really want to show you that video, because that's JTech is not only stupid, but that guy's is also stupid, and I think that the dev handled it poorly. So it's like a 3-pronged criticism. It's great.
Yeah.
Watched it. And I kind of want to look at this, because posting that video was a huge negative turning point in my life, and the way that that one video was received has really impacted everything around me. Before that, I was relatively comfortable financially. I could make the kinds of videos that I wanted to, and have honestly struggled very badly ever since then.
He's like, nobody treats me like a person
wonder
anymore,
why.
despite none of the comments being that bad.
They don't
This
even-
also
Yeah,
okay, so
all
this
the
also-
comments were mainly just critical or just making jabs at just how brain dead a lot of the fucking like leaps
Yeah.
of logic were.
This also reminds me of another interesting little drama that happened on Webtoon. So there was this comic called I Am Gay or something like that, or some sort of very gay comic where the dude's very openly gay about it, and it's like a comedy comic. And what he wanted to do was he wanted to make a book of his comics, which was pretty cool. But then when the Kickstarter failed, which it did because he didn't do any marketing, he didn't keep up to date with any of the actual posting that he had been doing throughout the weekly times of him actively having the comic itself, but he then posted an update that said I brought all of this traffic and all of this other stuff, but it didn't turn into money, and that's not my problem, that's your problem for not supporting me. And then someone made a video on it and he took it down, so at least there's some sort of character development. But now he's doing the same thing where he's kind of going back to create a new comic, which is a different comic, but still gay, but now he's paywalling it and still not updating the comic that was the one that made him popular in the first place. So, good
Bruh.
job. No lessons was learned.
Not a single lesson was learned, and nobody learned fucking anything.
Yeah, and
So what
that's
have we
a
learned
super...
today, kids? Absolutely nothing!
So what have we
Exactly.
learned today? I've learned that my fucking head hurts.
Anyway.
So true.
Then treat me like a person.
He's so dramatic. Of course you're going to lose viewers if you're going to gatekeep horror movies from everyone who's not extremely left-leaning.
Horror is an intrinsically left, punk, anti-establishment, countercultural art form that is
No.
As a leftist,
No.
I would
What does
say
left
punk
mean?
music
What
is
does it
far
mean?
more leaning in that direction. Way before horror movies.
horror movies are just horror movies. Like
They're just fucking horror movies,
I
dude.
am
say that
very
the- I would say
supportive
the
of leftist values
only-
myself, and I don't know what this guy's talking about. Like, what?
The only one that I would say that falls under this category that you could make like an actual statement about that it does have political implications is The Purge, and that's it. Like The Purge movies, and that's it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because
that's like
that's meant
one
to
out
be
of
that
like,
way.
I don't know,
But
how
that's-
fucking many horror movies exist, especially
lot.
within that kind of genre that The Purge kind of lands in anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, one in a sea of fuck knows how many.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
yeah, and I would say in some cases like action movies can actually be far more political, like things like Demolition Man, which yes, that does have a political message for whatever reason. And then there's also like The Running Man, but that was a book originally. And even things like Ready Player One have far more political implications than anything else. So it's
Yeah,
like,
none of those are really horror movies.
yeah. Falling one direction. Anyway,
is
You can't- wait,
primarily
hold on, you can't be
concerned
punk
with
if you're
social
part-
issues and pushing
you
You
be
can't-
punk unless
yeah.
you're-
You can't be punk if you're part of the establishment. That's the most basic part of it. Yeah, pretty
Alright.
much.
Mhm.
boundaries beyond what is deemed acceptable by traditional, more conservative, polite society. There's no other way that you can.
Is he filming this
rationally-
in his basement?
I can't even tell. This could just be another green screen
could be a
background that he
green
decided to
screen?
choose. I'm not entirely
But
sure,
it could also
considering
be
just how
green
many
screen.
green screen
I know.
backgrounds that this guy uses within his fucking videos to the point where
Oh, wait,
it
no,
honestly
looks
hurts
like
my
a
fucking
garage.
eyes.
Yeah, it's either garage or a basement.
I think it's a garage, judging by the doors in the background.
Yeah, the
Those
By the
look
way,
like garage doors.
Interesting fun fact. Some parts of like the first, what was it? The first, it wasn't Dead Rising. It was the Evil Dead movie. Was actually filmed in the director's garage because it was that low budget.
That's actually pretty
amazing.
cool.
look at
Yeah, I
it
love
and
shit
still
like that.
exist within reality.
The vast majority of viewers just want to see the scary thing and hear the scary story. Of course you're going to lose viewers if you talk like a gatekeeping douchebag. He goes on to discredit every other creator who doesn't apply his same politics to their analysis.
Folks constantly talk
The
about
classic.
Well, I guess fuck me and my analysis then, because I don't look at things politically. I look at
Yeah.
things the way I fucking look at them. Hell, with my
the
upcoming, with my upcoming fucking project, yes, there's a lot of fucking messaging in there, but that's messaging that I came to on my own without any fucking biases.
Yeah, it's also the classic synthetic man type situation where it's like, oh,
It's-
you don't share my beliefs? Well, you're fucking wrong.
It's basically just like a left-leaning synthetic man. That's really about it.
Pretty much.
political undertones in my videos, but horror is an unabashedly political genre that is concerned directly with issues
What?
facing.
And my source is that I made it the fuck up.
I played college ball, you know. That gives me
I
the
played
right to say
college
that
with my
shit out of
balls,
gas.
you know.
Oh my god, this guy
Played with my dick, you know.
I'm being reminded of the fucking Metal Gear Rising meme where it's just it's Senator Armstrong spouting a bunch of shit and then Ryan's just like, what? What? What the actual fuck are you talking about, man? Like, I don't understand.
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about here.
Is that the other Maxor one? Or
No,
oh, wait,
it's a Gianni one, I think. Hang on.
No.
Is it Johnny? I thought it was Maxor. Yes, that's what it is. It's the fucking.
Yes, I think it's.
millennial left
Yes, it's Gianni.
day under nuclear threat can now reflect upon your woke sky.
What are you trying to say? No, like genuinely. Like what the fuck does that mean?
You made quite a non-binary fuss to save the world from intercontinental ballistic tweets.
You know what non-binary means?
You know, nanomachines.
Hold on. I'm checking Twitter real quick. You got ratioed by the dictionary. How do you manage that, man? You're 50.
Cancel culture strikes again.
Yes. It's this guy. It's like, Ryden, give me a lottery ticket.
Yes, so much.
Cancel culture strikes again.
Ryden, give me a lottery ticket.
God, Gianni does a Senator Armstrong voice better than I did. Although to be fair, the last time I did it was a year ago.
It's true.
And that was just for a fucking Google Translate video because of just how funny that shit was. God, I loved making that video, man.
I wanna do one of those because I could do some pretty epic voices.
Viewing anything through a strictly political lens leaves you with nothing but subjectivity, especially if you already have a strong bias going into it. Yeah, that's why whenever I, like, for example, my analysis with One Shot, a lot of the analysis that I came to it were just from me playing the fucking game and coming to my own fucking conclusions.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed the game, and I wanted to redo my old video, and I wanted to actually try and analyze it a lot better than I did before, and, well, that's part of the reason why I ended up being, like, twice the fucking duration.
It's almost like when you get older and when you experience more life and stuff, you tend to have different experiences from when you previously had those same experiences back in the day.
And that's why I revisit games, man. That's why I revisit them. Hell, that's the main reason why I'm revisiting Earthbound, because that shit, I played the fuck out of that when I was in middle school, man.
I think I'm taking you like 5 years to beat it, though.
But I agree, it's a
It took me a while to beat it, and I don't even think I actually beat it, which is funny. I don't even think I managed to beat Gygas.
Did you get to? Oh yeah, Gygas.
Yeah, I didn't even beat Gygas. Gygas kept kicking my ass too hard.
Yeah, there was one of those things where it was always a story that Gygas was made when the creator kind of went into a different movie theater and saw like a horror movie scene or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was the she was letting me play accidentally stepped into the wrong theater.
Yeah.
So like a woman being cut up.
It was. I think it was someone giving birth to something. Hence why there's like a lot of that imagery in his thing. So is either that? It was either that or that kind of like that kind of one scene in every horror movie that's like the two main characters. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to
current
this.
society. And if you're in the horror space and you don't regularly acknowledge this foundation as a challenge to power, then I just assume you're in it for the money, or that you don't actually care, or you're just really bad at your job.
Honestly, a lot of that could very easily apply to you, Discount iDubbbz.
And if that makes you uncomfortable or upset that I often do that in my videos, that's probably a good thing.
It's a very pretentious video that only becomes more unself-aware when he starts to complain about the drop in viewership hurting his ability to pay bills.
There was a month last year where I only made $500 in ad revenue. I can't...
Bitch, get on my level. I've only made $100 as of recently. And it took me a while only because for some reason, Google did not have my fucking bank account information.
You guys are getting paid to make YouTube videos?
Barely.
No, I know it's no. Do you know that meme?
Yeah, I know what you're referencing there, but I'm just simply pointing out that I barely get paid anyways.
I don't.
You don't get. The thing is with YouTube, you don't actually get paid until you reach a certain threshold, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to reach. That's why I'm trying to hit 1K by the end of the year, because that's.
Yeah. Help get my boy Game Penguin to 1K by the end of the year. Come on, let's do it, boys! Woo! Let's go! Let's go, Mets!
Rip headphone music.
Let's go, Mets, baby. Let's go, Mets. Come on, Mets.
Live off that. The amount of times that I've almost had to stop making videos since then has been almost monthly.
Maybe you should have done so! I'm sorry, that was rude.
I've barely been able to keep this afloat. I've paid my rent late most months for the past year.
Now let me get this straight. This guy isolates his viewers that aren't on the extreme left, tells them to leave and that horror isn't for them, and then cries when his viewership goes down. You can't make this up. But you know what? I still kind of feel bad
alienating
for him.
your
Living paycheck to
entire
paycheck
audience.
is hard.
As someone
Trying to
with
go
a marketing
full-time on
degree,
YouTube.
that is exactly what you want to do.
Hell, even as someone without a marketing degree, I can just simply look at this and state, wow, you're just fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where it's like that's
like, I don't even need a marketing degree to know that, hey, alienating your fucking audience is a dumb fuck idea.
Well, yeah, no, but that's also because you're in the realm of, like, entertainment, and if you don't know the entertainment industry, you're going to die in the entertainment industry. So it's like, you gotta play ball, so...
Play college ball, you know.
Yeah, you gotta play that college ball.
Gotta play with the... I'm not gonna make the same joke again.
Anyway.
YouTube is also hard, but I fail to show any empathy when he's continually shooting himself in the foot, and then he's turning down sponsors.
I, as a blanket rule, have never accepted gifts or a sponsorship for my work, even though I get a constant stream of email offers about them.
This guy is just a struggling artist. He's better than us.
Either way, you
Why?
Why would you turn... Like...
No,
For the most part, I understand it, but if you're in that much trouble, then
Like, if you're in that
accept
much
a sponsor.
financial trouble, I don't think anyone would give a fuck if you decide to accept a sponsor or two, especially if you aren't that frequent of an uploader.
In my mind, the thing is that I watch a lot of, if you've heard of Carl,
Carl Jobs.
By the way, Carl, he is going to court with what's his name?
With Silly Bitchel.
With Silly Bitchel. 100%. He's going
fucking
to court.
plasticine at fucking helmet hair.
His most recent video, he has a court date. They're going to court in Australia. And mark your calendars down, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
Who's gonna bet money that Silly Bitchel is gonna bitch out at the last minute?
Yeah, it's in September. So here's the thing. He broke it down in the actual video. Billy Mitchell's in a terrible spot because he's going to Australian courts and not American courts. As Carl put it, in Australian courts, if he pulls out, he still has to pay around 60 to 90% of the court costs back to Carl. And if he loses, he also has to pay that same amount. But at most, if he tries to like win the case and he somehow, for whatever reason, does, like, that would be far less than what he's spending for it. So he's kind of been trying to like do that. It's a while. Go and watch his videos. Go and support Carl. Give him all the support he needs. I think he also has like a bunch of his stuff for a fund for this as well. Just blast that out into the internet because it's going down, baby.
Full of yourself, mourning over your poor artist soul and drowning in self-pity.
Why is it that every Mudahar laugh is just like, God, it is like the hardest shit ever. Like, when he laughs, he fucking loses it.
He laughs. He loses his goddamn shit.
Oh, hell yeah. That means this must be really funny.
But it does seem a little tone deaf to cry to your audience about bills while you're leaving money on the table. He spends the rest of the video pearl clutching. A guy wants the horror movie Abigail to gross more than Civil War, and that's somehow fundamentalist Christian language.
This is the kind of language that fundamentalist Christians use, and we are subjecting people to listening to it in relation to a moderately decent movie about vampire children eating people. But it really is
and
that
yet
kind of...
that is somehow left-leaning and politicalized.
Guys, you see, the political messaging of vampire children eating people is
exactly.
I don't know, probably somehow relates
the next
to, like,
generation will eat the entirety of everyone alive and become cannibals.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe it relates to like school shootings or some shit. I don't fucking know anymore. Like
know.
it just.
No,
I
no,
don't fucking know what kind of Olympic level stretch this man will commit.
Anyway.
Orwellian fascist idea.
A character live streams.
Orwellian. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yeah, I don't think you know what Orwellian means.
Like, you keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
I think he probably understood. I think he understands just about as much about 1984 as the same exact kinds of people who call everything 1984 unironically.
In a horror
I'll
movie,
say it as a
Chad
show.
says the F slur.
The comment section that is on screen at all times constantly uses slurs, including the word multiple times.
Man, who knows if you're even allowed to use that one?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will say, at least in that context, if he didn't bleep it out, it could be argued that he was mainly reporting it as like a state of fact. So
even still, even if I were to point it out, I still would just.
He says it.
If you feel uncomfortable, that's like I agree on this particular tiny point here. That it's more of a reporting thing rather than not a reporting thing. Still, you can censor it out or whatever. It's your own thing. If you're uncomfortable with that word, I've met someone who was uncomfortable with that word actually. Like I used it, like I was at a party and I said like, oh, I'll make fun of you and I'll call you this, and they're like, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I walked away and I'm just like, I'm
gone.
I basically just said, oh, I'm sorry and I apologize, and I walked away because I felt very awkward after that. So
yeah.
From what I can tell, neither Shepard nor Savage are actually queer, but I can't find conclusive.
I know what the fuck 1 + 1 is, you fucking asshole.
Fucking God!
Excellent.
Hello.
Motherfucker didn't recognize.
that 100%.
Tarantino movies say the N-word and he isn't black. Is this an R-rated piece of media or not? Let's face it, we all know if the lady from Halloween was streaming, some asshole would be in the comments calling her the F-slur. A film director says he doesn't care about COVID, and Zane frames as him wanting to kill all of his employees.
I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, but at least to me,
I'm
when
actually
I read
surprised
that,
you're covering this. But
I'm not trying
it
to.
seems that he is implying that he did not care if his employees got COVID under his command and possibly
Yo,
died.
Game Penguin, you want?
I'm not going to put words into his mouth, but watch as I proceed
What?
to put words into his
I'm gonna
mouth.
put words in his
Damn it,
mouth.
you stole my joke.
Yeah.
What did you say though?
You gonna cover this too?
No. This is far outside of my professional range. I listen, I have the PlayStation showcase to worry about, so I need to work on that video. There's a lot there.
Yeah, main
Wasn't
reason
that
why I'm
just-
covering this shit is
That
because I
was.
find this just
That was.
hilariously entertaining to watch like
That
fucking
was.
discount iDubbbz over here constantly flail around and act like a moron.
Nah, he's more of a Noah Samson knock. You know about that?
Welcome to Camp Navarro. Ah, they sent me a moron!
All right, anyway.
So long as
this dude references like German shepherds, tying them like to racism, systematic racism, and he also
Huh?
also labels
Do we have a source on this? Because I want to
we
see
already
this
got past
dumbassery.
We already got
also
past the
labels-
Oompa statements.
No,
so-
no. I'm trying to say he also labels all the content creators. He's talking about he ties who was it, Wendigoon, to like the.
Yeah,
was
we
it
just
Boomerang?
covered that.
this.
Like covering, like him
Covered
tying
most
the
of that.
fact
We did
that
not know about the
he's
other
within like fucking a part of Appalachia and stating that Wendigoon is racist just because he's in a specific part of the states.
Yeah, over there they're extremely racist.
Yeah, we already
White
covered that. That was
country.
literally within the
Yeah.
first 30 seconds of the video.
Yeah.
It's 3.5 hours, nearly 3.5 hours.
Of course.
Yeah, but we're
That's just
taking
him
a look at
bitching
Willie
to his
Mac's
audience.
video, and the video, like, the thing is that this fucking discount iDubbbz looking ass pussy over here decided to delete the segment in which he, well, decided to quite literally, well,
He
state what
actually
he,
nuked the
wasn't,
video.
what he claims that he wasn't going
course
to
he
do,
nuked
which
the
was to
video.
bitch about people that,
Yeah.
made him angry
Well,
on
he
Twitter.
nuked it after cutting out the section of Wendigoon, and then he got more backlash still because of obviously.
He cut out the
all
entire
shit
section
screaming.
involving literally
I
everybody that he
know
decided to
why.
slander, is my point.
Oh yeah. By the way, so so Kitsune, the PlayStation showcase was over this weekend, not this thing. So that's what I'm covering in my Tuesday video. But I think in my Saturday video, I'm actually covering Call of Duty on Game Pass because that
Also,
had
It's a
lot of
video
drama.
game showcase. Personally, I'm not too interested in it, but hey, you know, Game Penguin, have fun with it.
He also
it's
falsely
in the
propagated the
it's
allegations
in
against
name.
Brandon Buckingham.
It's like I am sorry that I'm very interested in video games. It's only.
I mean,
just
so
my
am I,
way
but
my
like, I
entire
don't know.
understanding.
Showcases, I don't know. I just can't be fucked with them, to be honest.
It's-
But hey,
it's more- it's more of
don't
the-
worry. I will be watching it, and hey, if anything catches my eye, maybe I'll address it. Who fucking knows?
It's more of just the salt surrounding it because a lot of PlayStation guys are really upset.
Okay, that is fair.
Did you get to the part where he's coping it? Oh wait, that's a different thing where he's coping in his Discord server.
Yeah, I
I'd
already
say
covered some of
go back
those
to-
screenshots at the
let's
beginning.
Let's just
Let's just let
fucking
the
get through
fucking
this.
man talk and dig his own grave here, okay?
Yes, hand him the
Here
rope.
he is.
Otherwise, there's gonna be very little purpose in even fucking watching this, and the stream will only be like 2 seconds long.
product continued to get made and that he could
Only
get
2
even more
seconds.
wealthy.
This tweet was made in 2022. Nobody cared about COVID anymore in 2022. A director was a guest on Ben Shapiro, so that means he's a Nazi.
One of his biggest crimes
What?
Same thing here, where it's like I play on PC. There are those types of communities on PC.
Like, I mean,
If
I
I'm
get
defending
it.
PC, that means
Fucking
I
Ben
support it.
Shapiro is a
Not how those
fucking
work.
idiot. Like, I get it. Ben
Correct.
Shapiro's a fucking idiot and just a talking head at the end of the day, but I wouldn't say that anyone that's a guest of his is automatically a fucking Nazi. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. What?
No.
How?
No.
Like, what is this? Like, this is like... We're dealing with, like, Olympic levels of, like, just jumping through fucking hoops to the point where it's just un-fucking believable.
We're getting mad at. Well, we're clowning.
Are
on,
you really surprised?
Maybe
Like,
that
I am
shouldn't
just...
be.
I am just astonished.
gets
I'm
hard to
not.
me is that he sat down to be a guest on the Ben Shapiro show. You know, the old 1940s phrase that roughly goes, if you have 10 people and one Nazi willingly sitting down for a meal together, then all you have is 11 Nazis. So,
McCarthyism! Hooray!
Guys, you know, this also goes the other way. If there's a communist among us, and there's like 10 people around them, then that is obviously 11 communists. Those commie bastards are stealing our American jobs! Hoorah!
Exactly.
God bless America!
And then you're going to a boat, and then he beat the crap out of every single one of them.
And that's why whenever there's a bunch of animals in one place, it's called a zoo!
Unless it's a farm!
Sun Tzu said that! And I'd say he knows a little more about fighting than you do, pal, because he invented it!
You quoted it wrong.
Fuck you!
The quote goes, is like, if fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight! Sun Tzu said that. And I'd say he knows a little more about fighting than you do.
If there's a communist where now? Yes, there's communists among us, Thunderstruck! We must remain vigilant! Ready your rocket launchers, gentlemen!
If one film executive sits down with a fascist for a civil conversation, then all you have are two fascists being broadcast over the internet.
And this leads into a 40-minute unhinged rant saying Windigoon, another horror YouTuber, is a fascist along with everyone he's interacted with on Twitter. He says Windigoon can't analyze horror content because he has money and owns a gun.
I have
Wait, hang on.
no need or desire to hear 5 hours of opinions on Blood Meridian from a 21-year-old millionaire who got famous
Man, I
around
watched
the
that
age
whole
of
video.
Millionaire? You think Wendigoon is a
I highly doubt
fucking
that.
millionaire?
I highly doubt
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, I fucking doubt it. He has millions of subs, yes. Wait, hang on. How many subs does he actually have? Wait, hang on. I have to check now.
I had
know
like,
what taxes
I thought
are.
it was 1.3 million in that screen.
Let me check. Yeah, 3.66 million as of making this stream.
Decent. Like,
So he
that's
has
pretty
millions of subs at the very most, but like,
Where did he upload that,
that's
by the
the
way?
only millions that he fucking has. I highly doubt that he has millions of fucking dollars.
Well,
Where
I
are
mean-
you getting
well,
this
well, I mean,
information from?
Well, hold on. I think it's best if you like look at his viewership on his videos though. Like the millions of subscribers is different, but the viewership, like if his videos are still getting pretty decent views, you can kind of calculate that out. To be pretty.
I mean, he's getting millions of views, obviously, on his
Yeah, like
videos. 1.4 million on his most recent one, ranging around like close to a million on some of these most recent ones. I'd say around his average is about a million each, maybe about 900,000 to a million.
Yeah, I'd say 950.
I still don't think that he's probably making, you know, millions. I don't think he's making like absolute fucking bank.
Yeah, he's
off
covered fake. I love his
like,
fake video. His
he's
fake
obviously
video goes so hard.
Like, again, I wouldn't be surprised if he's making a pretty penny off of at least most of these videos. Obviously, the subject matter of some of these videos I highly doubt are even fucking monetized. I mean, I highly doubt that talking about a fucking terrorist, the fucking Unabomber, is really something that YouTube would actually slap a fucking green dollar sign on, so,
I mean,
you know.
considering the Faith one as well, like that.
Well, the Faith one is, I guess, more or less of a video game, so
Yeah.
I guess YouTube would probably give it a pass in that one, but, like, this is, like, a real fucking case right here, so, like, I highly doubt that YouTube would monetize something like this, and this has, like... Well, this seems to have, like... Actually, no, the Faith one has more views than this one, but it's, like, his second most viewed out of this little cluster right here.
Yeah, to be fair, though, Ray William Johnson covers that. Covers cases like this as well, but he covers them like in super comedic ways. We've watched him very recently.
Yeah,
he
Ray William Johnson is a fucking OG. I honestly commend him for still making content to this day, man.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, he took a major break for a while, but then like when he popped up on my feed again, I'm like, ooh. And then I've been subscribed to him and I've been checking out all of his videos as much as possible.
Yeah, Warren just said, dude is not rich, that's for damn sure, yeah. He's probably at least making some money off of these videos, especially the ones that are probably for sure monetized, but like, I highly doubt that he's a fucking millionaire. Like, coming to that conclusion is just... What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
If he's a millionaire, where is all of the, you know, basic...
Why is he still in Tennessee?
Why is he still in fucking Tennessee? Why is most of his wardrobe mainly consist of fucking Hawaiian shirts?
And, like, shirts he got from people at church.
Hell, why is his fucking video quality still so unbelievably basic? Like, I mean, that's not me trying to rag on Wendigoon, that's just me pointing out the obvious. Like, his overall video style is extremely simplistic. It's mainly just him sitting in, like, whatever room that he decides to record in, talking about something that he finds interest in.
Yeah, to be fair, that also applies to like a lot of commentary stuff. Like, don't say that his stuff is bad, because if he even has,
I'm not at all saying that his stuff is bad, because honestly, that would be me ragging on myself right there, because that's also what I do. Obviously in a different way and on different topics, but we effectively, in some ways, just kind of do the same thing. We just talk about random shit that we find interest in.
Yeah. Anyway.
There are some works that fundamentally will not be understood by you, if you are wealthy and have always been upper class your entire life. And this may all sound condescending, but that doesn't stop it from being somewhat true. There are many things that are red flags that we could talk about, from the bizarre gun ownership, the flagrant use from
Whoa, wait, hold on.
Bro, he's allowed to own guns. It's okay.
Well, yeah, no, hold on. What gun was that, though? Yo, wait.
Red flags that we could talk about.
That's an FN foul. Yo, that's cool.
God damn it.
Well, I'm sorry. It's a good. Look, I'm sorry that I played Call of Duty Black Ops back in the day and I used that gun a lot. It was super fun.
Oh God, you're one of them.
Oh no, we have a gun nut among us.
I'm talking about the OG.
Among Us. Among Us.
Yeah, no, like I said in the chat, like I'm more of a gun nut than he probably isn't, because I can actually determine like the spread of something and can at a distance identify guns more.
Yeah, exactly. Warren also makes another point here. He probably makes enough to help supplement his income, but that's about it. He's not pulling the same numbers as like PewDiePie back in the day. Yeah, that's very fucking true. He probably makes just enough, so that way he can at least supplement whatever other sources of income that he gets, probably from like other sponsorships and whatnot, because, well, obviously...
And in before people be like, oh, well, he owns guns, but that means that he must own a lot of money.
That's another thing. If he's a millionaire, why does almost every one of his videos need to be sponsored?
Yeah.
It's true, too.
Like, honestly, you know, even though he probably still makes videos off of some of the sponsored videos, there's probably a good reason as to why he takes so many sponsorships. It's probably because, well, a lot of the topics that he talks about aren't really monetizable by YouTube.
And considering also in the fact that the other person's like, I refuse to take sponsorships, like, I can understand that from a moral standpoint if you have, like, a shitty thing like Raid Shadow Legends or stuff.
Yeah, but like, at the end of the day, if you're also going to be bitching about the fact that you're not making enough money, then, like, at the end of the day, I wouldn't mind if you just decided to just, you know, say fuck it and pick up the fucking Raid sponsorship. Like, I wouldn't care.
Especially because, like, this guy is also covering horror movies that probably won't get, like, monetized.
Yeah, exactly. So like, at the end of the fucking day, dude, just, like, swallow your fucking pride for once, okay?
Like, you know,
that's the moral here. Swallow your fucking pride.
By the way, you know who else takes sponsorships? Who else does some, like, really
Carl
good
Jobs.
Reviews of... Well, no, well, I was talking about reviews of horror movies.
Oh, reviews of horror movies? Well, I don't actually
know. Most people, other than him, but, like, Dead Meat is really good. Like, watch some of his, like, kill counts. They're fun.
I'll have to
take
a look at that.
Guy. Yeah, I've seen
that. He sounds familiar, but...
I think is his name Jesse or something?
Jesse, I need to cook.
I don't know, but it's like... Yeah, no, he does these things called kill counts where he goes through the movie, reviews it, but also, like, rates the kills in the actual, like, thing. And sometimes he has to, like, have... He does have a Patreon and stuff like that, but he also takes sponsorships because he doesn't... Because he can't, like, use all the footage for the kills. Because he's talking about, like, people in, like, you know... So...
Yeah.
Can't really monetize that, but he still finds a way to.
Of his religion as a shield from criticism.
Since when has Wendigo used... When has Wendigo used his religion as a fucking shield against criticism? He may have brought up that he's religious, like, in a few videos, but that's usually because there's a reason why. Like, allow me to bring up an example that I brought up a little bit earlier. His videos on Dante's fucking Divine Comedy.
Yes.
He brings up the fact that he's religious because, well, guess what he's talking about? He's talking about a fucking biblical fan fiction.
Yeah. And there was, like...
he brings it up in his interview with Erdorf, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is...
Like, if he's talking about religiously oriented stuff, he's obviously going to be bringing up the fact that he himself is religious, and his own takes on some of those particular takes that whatever religion he's a part of has.
Yeah, someone told someone had I don't know if it was Theft King, but someone brought up that they were bringing up irrelevant and information into this drama that wasn't correct. That's like a lot of people. It's like, oh, this information is irrelevant. My dad says that, and I agree with this, is information that seems irrelevant sometimes is oftentimes just not applied in the correct context. So like my marketing degree, when applied to the stuff that I talk about, I usually bring up when I say, like, talking about marketing and audience retention and how to grow an audience. Like, that's because that's what I know. And I know that another content creator who does it far better than me, Think Before You Sleep, he 100% like reframes a lot of his stuff into things that he knows and then brings it down to that level as an argument, and he covers those same sorts of topics, but like of stuff that he knows. Same with me. I know video games, I know marketing, I know audience retention, I have the degree, I do art as well. It's like I have these skill sets and I apply that knowledge to specific situations, and then it's applicable. So it's like,
right.
Yeah.
To the belief that he at one point followed many far-right accounts on Twitter, from Kyle Rittenhouse to Parler.
Of course, somebody who owns a gun is going to be supportive of Kyle Rittenhouse. It's a self-defense case where Kyle was found innocent. Of course he's going to be following him. These are the most surface-level observations. He owns gun, bad. He rich, bad. I find it funny that earlier in the same video, Discount Noah Samson says this isn't going to be a video just listing off people he hates on Twitter.
I promise that this video is not going to turn into a list of people who annoyed me on Twitter.
Well, that was a fucking lie.
Well, that was a fucking lie.
Well, that was a fucking lie.
Correct.
This is 4K! How did they get you in 4K?
It's exactly
that. And I hope that this is becoming...
That ain't me. This is you!
This is the clearest thing I've ever seen!
In my opinion, there is a regular pattern of behavior there, from supporting Rittenhouse to having multiple ties to other far-right extremist figures.
What other
E90,
far-right
stop
extremist
E90 in the
figures
picture.
you fucking talking about? Ah!
I saw my favorite gun in the picture behind him. It was really cool.
Goon is very publicly friends with Turkey Tom. They have been seen together on multiple occasions, and I've seen online...
Listen, I'm not a big fan of Turkey Tom either, but I wouldn't exactly use the fact that he is loosely associated with fucking Turkey Tom and has appeared in a couple of his videos as, like, Wendigoon being, like, a fucking terrible person. Like, who the fuck cares?
I was literally just talking about this. Turkey Tom went to Wendigoon's fucking wedding. Like, they are friends outside of YouTube.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I don't care.
Wait, hold on. Wendigoon got married?
Yeah, Wendigoon got married. He's been
Yeah,
married
Wendigoon
for a
is fucking
while.
married. How'd you not know that?
I don't follow any of these people.
Okay, fair enough.
You gotta remember, I'm in the gaming space. I'm not in the horror movie space.
I mean, neither am I, but I just follow whoever the fuck I find interesting, and I just pick up on stuff like, oh shit, that happened.
There's a reason why I have an entire encyclopedic knowledge of what happened in like the 80s with the crash of the video game market versus not knowing when the who the director's dog was who came over to
the director's dog.
Yeah, who came over to film at one time in this one particular movie. It's like there's a reason why I know different things.
Who was the director's dog? Yes or no?
No.
Incorrect.
Fuck you. Wrong.
To the gulag.
Fuck you. Wrong. Public execution.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no. I don't know any of these people, but just from an outsider.
Yeah, Jade is right here. Guilt by association is fucking stupid.
Correct.
Line mentions that Tom was either at his wedding or at the very least was invited.
When he says Wendigoon is friends with far-right fascists, I'm thinking Nick Fuentes, Baked Alaska, not Turkey Tom, the commentary YouTuber.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck? He'd honestly have more of a case if he was following people like fucking Nick Fuentes and shit like that. Like, unfortunately, I know that guy's fucking name, largely because... Again, some of those circles I ended up catching interest in, and now I can't fucking leave. Now they won't leave me alone.
Yeah, this shows me like how different we have that, because I know more about Jack Thompson than any of these people.
Yeah, to put it very simply, Nick Fuentes is clinically insane.
Not good. Not good person.
Like,
yeah.
imagine like imagine the 1940s in Germany Imagine someone managed to escape from there and is still living among us today, but is somehow only in his 30s.
Wow.
That is Nick Fuentes.
I thought you were going to compare. So he's basically just like 3 times as bad as Jack Thompson in that context.
Yeah, to say that Nick Fuentes is the biggest fucking Nazi that I know of would be an understatement and a half.
Yeah.
Does he make it? Yeah, that's fine.
He somehow, he is so much of a fucking, he's so much of, like, a hiling Nazi that, like, it would probably make the funny mustache man himself blush furiously.
I think the best part about this is that I'm actually Jewish in this context.
Oh no!
The most hilarious thing. Oh, don't worry. It's.
I am sorry.
No, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I've made jokes like this before. It's whatever. It just so long as it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother me really much.
All right,
very
fair
hard
enough.
to offend. But at the end of the day, like I see those people and I just have to laugh. So.
Yeah, like Turkey Tom. Like out of all the people, like again, like I said, I'm not a fan of Turkey Tom either. But that's mainly because his style of content is like. I don't know, I just don't find too much interest in it, and he just kind of seems to, like, leech off of, like, shit that other people talk about, which, I mean, I'm also technically guilty of that as well, so that would just be kind of, like, the pot calling the kettle black at the end of the day, but, like, I wouldn't exactly say that just because, like, Wendigoon and Turkey Tom are friends, that Wendigoon is a fucking terrible person. Like, that is just...
Yeah, like I'm sure that
we are going
of,
like we are going for
and
like a
stuff, Wendigoon
circus
and Turkey
act
Tom are
in
fine.
terms of like jumping through fucking hoops.
All right, we're halfway done with this. Let's get through this.
Let's go.
Tom has been accused of using the N-word multiple times in private conversations, including these screenshots of texts that are alleged to be real.
They are real. These messages Tom sent in high school will haunt them forever.
And he's
Yeah,
also
that's
been
the thing.
accused
I
of
was
saying that
just talking about that, and then someone told me, "Oh, he did it when he was 15." It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Eric
It's not
brought
good,
that up.
but, like,
Everyone has done bad stuff in their time. I think I'm.
Listen,
I think
okay,
actually
I'm
one
just
of the
gonna admit
cleanest
something
people
here.
In my teen
When I
years.
was around, like, you know, middle school going into high school, I used to think attack helicopter jokes are funny, okay? That shit used to be the funniest shit to me. Look
I
at
still
me
have a
now.
video of-
yeah.
no, I still have a video, like somewhere on my, like somewhere in the void of my school having a helicopter like land on the field. It was so fucking cool. Like it was in my high school years, and it was like they did a little drill there as well, where they came out of like the giant helicopter bus thing with like a couple attack helicopters on it as well. Like we were standing probably like 100 to 200 feet away. We could still feel the breeze from that. That was so cool.
Everyone has done something stupid or cringe in their lifetime. You can't escape it. What was that? An Ultra Kill reference? You can't escape?
that the upper tiers of his Patreon were intended for Jews with deep pockets.
That's also true. Hey, you never asked. That's why you're struggling to pay your bills. Jews with deep pockets, you're welcome to join my Patreon.
Wendigoon is
Isn't that a joke? Oh, that was a joke.
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
I'm
bit
pretty
of an
sure it's a
out-of-pocket joke, but
like,
I don't
it's-
fucking care.
It might
As
be in
someone
poor
as
taste,
part of the
depending on
Jewish community,
who you
I
are,
find that
but also-
fucking hilarious.
Well, hey, at least you find it funny.
I find
honestly,
it great.
man, I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean, hell, if I remember correctly, there's literally a cheat in Postal 2 called Jews for Jesus. I don't fucking care about that. I find that shit funny.
It's great.
And that's Postal 2 we're talking about. That's like ancient edgy shit, and I find that funny. Because it's self-aware of how edgy it is.
Running with Scissors is a great
Running-
developer.
Yeah, Running
I'm
with
upset that they got
Scissors.
screwed over with Postal's 3, like super badly, that they had to do Postal 4 no regrets. Which in and of itself was okay, but it's like
Postal
yeah, I
2 is
can see
probably
where
their
people are-
biggest gem, at least for now.
Postal 2 is their like greatest game. I want to support them for their next big one. Well, actually,
Postal
no,
2 and
Brain
Postal
Damage
Brain
also
Damage
really
is
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Postal Brain Damage is pretty good. Can't use too much of the gameplay, though, considering a lot of the shit
Not
that's within the game. But it's a fun game.
Yeah.
I recommend it if you're really into
Oh.
like the boomer shooters and you're okay with a bunch of sexual shit.
Also, if you're also into that, I've been also going through a game called Fida Punti Samurai,
What?
which is a similar shooter, with also like some of that very raunchy energy coming to it.
I guess you
it's
could
really
send it
cool.
to me
It's
and I can
actually
take a
really
look at the page or something like that later.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Publicly
I
connected
love
to the
this.
internet.
It's also
historian,
like
and has even appeared in.
it also has this aesthetic of what's it called? Like the old school. Like it also has that Postal 2 old school aesthetic too, like the
Alright.
low res sort
That
of
sounds cool.
style. I'll send it to you. It's pretty
In his
fun.
videos. The internet historian publicly said that his birthday was April 20th. It is not, and has only said that as a joke because that is Hitler's birthday.
Either that or because
Either
funny
that or he's
420
making a
meme.
420 joke?
How the When I think of 420, I think of fucking weed. What on earth are you talking about?
I didn't even know that was his birthday until just now when you told me.
Out of all the things to bring up, why would you bring this shit up when 420 has its other fucking meanings that are more well known than the fact that it's a funny mustache man's birthday? Who the Just the goofiest shit ever.
I can see why people are shitting on this video. This is... My man is reaching longer than fucking Michael Jordan did in
Honestly,
Space Jam.
Honestly, with this amount of reaching, I'm surprised that he hasn't popped his fucking arm out of its socket yet.
Exactly.
I'm surprised it's not doing like some Gmod ragdoll physics going through the fucking ceiling.
Beep, 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 beep.
Like you just start hearing the... Hang on. Like you just start hearing this.
That will never not be funny. That will never not be funny to me.
Okay. Is that it? This guy doesn't explain anything. He just points out one edgy joke these people have said as if that's proof of right-wing extremism and then moves on.
Wendigoon is publicly friends with Donut Operator, and even retweeted a photograph of the two of them hugging. Donut Operator is a gun-crazed, very far-right YouTuber with 4 million subscribers.
Source?!
Actually, he's more of a... So, I've seen Donut Operator. He's actually one who does, like, police officer reviews.
Like, is like body cam stuff?
Yeah, he does body cam reviews type stuff. One of the videos that I think was one of the more popular ones was them doing an operation where... if I remember correctly, the body cam footage was of them busting down a door, and it was like a house that they were, like, entering... And the guy had a gun and a hostage, and they kicked the door. And you see in the footage the gun from the criminal go off and shoot the cop in the shoulder as he like falls into a different room, and then they just light up that whole room. And the dude didn't leave, he didn't ask for to be medically taken out of there because he got shot I think in the vest. But it is super cool. And I would say that, yeah,
Neil brings up gun crazy, just reviews police footage.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think it comes from a notion that he also was a police officer.
Yeah, ex-cop, that's what Warren just said, ex-cop.
Yeah, he was at least that, or either that or ex-military, one of the two. But he worked within at least law enforcement to understand that, because he supports a lot of the law enforcement stuff, and that can be seen as that sort of political views. But again, he mainly just reviews those footage. Yeah, but it's also really cool because if you've never seen any body cam footage or like any of that footage that's actively out there of those kinds of situations, it's always interestingly tense for whatever reason, and it's really interesting to watch someone break it down in that way.
Like, here's the thing. So far from what I'm seeing, he just seems to be labeling as many people just like far right with little to no actual proof behind it other than, oh, they made lay edgy joke at some point. Cancel them now. Like,
yeah.
Bro, I can guarantee you, if I were to look back into your fucking history, Mr. like Discount Noah Samson, I'm pretty sure I'll probably find you laughing at attack helicopter jokes. Buddy, none of us are clean!
Yeah.
Find me one person who is apparently squeaky clean, and I will find that person as a liar.
Correct. Anyway.
You think he'd consider me gun crazed? I think he'd probably consider. I'm pretty sure he'd probably consider you as like a gun crazed, like, you know, funny saluting neo-Nazi or something along those lines, considering this fucking logic that we're working with.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to back this up with solid evidence.
His content is very pro-state, pro-cop, pro-gun, and pro-death to people who don't share his beliefs propaganda. For example, one of his videos is titled, Predator Takes Shotgun to the Face, and features a picture of him smiling in the corner of the thumbnail next to an image of a terrified man about to be executed by cops, with the text that reads, head removal.
Did you watch the video? Donut Operator is reviewing a case where a 7-year-old was being harmed, and when the police came in, the guy reached for his gun, leading to his death. Why are...
That
yeah,
is,
like,
yeah, that's what happened.
like, what the fuck? Like, the police were just doing their fucking job!
Yes, what they should have done is they should have waited for the man to...
yeah, what they should have done was wait for the man to unload a full fucking mag right into their goddamn... Like, what the fuck did you expect?
Yeah.
Like, not only was the guy fucking apparently creepy towards a 7-year-old, but he also pulled out a fucking firearm. What do you expect them to fucking do? Just stand there?
And again,
what do you expect? No, I'm sorry, but this isn't just a police thing. This is just a general fucking common sense thing. What do you expect someone to fucking do? If they have the ability to defend themselves with a fucking gun, and they have a gun to counter it with, what do you think they're gonna use?
Yeah, appropriate force in that context. Again,
like, this is just so fucking stupid. Out of all the videos to actually choose, he chose that one?
Yeah, and again, there's also, again, most of the videos are like that, where you can reframe it into like, oh, he's celebrating the cops, like that one video where I talked about the body cam footage where the dude got shot and then dived into it. They walk in there and the guy who was like one of the older cops walks in, looks at the dude who was the assailant on the thing. He had to blur it out because it was YouTube stuff, but he looks at it, sees the body, and then just like walks out, and you're like, that's how you know he's gone. And he would have been like, oh well, they just killed a dude. It's like, that's not, he fired on an officer. Like, you don't.
It is just I can't even properly call this brain dead. This is like another level beyond that.
It's impressive.
Why are you making it sound like you're against this? The criticism from Zane is missing context and is extremely bad faith.
Wendigoon seems very comfortable with a man who makes his living worshipping violence committed by the state. He's a man of no conviction, claiming to be very against the government and for the rights of the people, while at the same time giving a warm embrace to one of the biggest fascist bootlickers on the internet.
Oh
what
my
the
God.
fuck?
Wait, hold on. Do you know there's I don't know if I can find this comic. I don't think I have it. But there's a comic of like a dude who the panel that they have, it says like, oh, I hate society and we should probably reform it. Yes, but you also live in this society. I'm very smart. I was like,
yeah, that's what this comes across as. Like, what the fuck? You live in a society, therefore you can't.
It's not a
hate
it's not a Joker
society.
thing. It's like a comic that someone wrote where they were
Yeah, I know.
supposedly criticizing society. I forget specifically where it is, but I'm pretty certain most people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I know
yeah.
what you're talking about.
Example he used is of a pedophile. How dare Wendigoon be friends with Donut Operator, even though he supports cops stopping pedos? What a bootlicker, a man of no conviction.
The only thing that one could reasonably gather from this picture of them hugging is that he too is a fascist bootlicker himself.
Or maybe he's just friends with the guy. I don't fucking know.
I have political beliefs that I don't bring up or don't talk about with other people, and I also have people who diametrically oppose my political beliefs in some contexts. Like I have one friend who is more who I would count. I wouldn't say that they're more woke, but they're more like. It's not. I don't want to discredit them because they're lovely people, but you know what I mean. They're more the other side of what I copyright or talk about. You know what I mean? Right?
I guess I can understand it. So when you can check DMs. What the fuck did you send me? Synthetic racist finding out his actions have consequences. Is this a fucking, like, Kim Jong-un airplane exploding thing? Yep, it's Dr. Kleiner flying into Kim Jong-un's airplane, alright, yep. Probably should have expected that.
Or maybe they're friends because they have stuff in common, like making YouTube videos and liking guns. But I'm just spitballing here.
He has collaborated with Nick Crowley, who constantly makes money through the most morbid and shameful true crime content, of showcasing the last minutes of people before they are suddenly and unexpectedly killed.
Isn't that all true crime?
Isn't that just true crime?
I mean, it depends. It depends on like the cop work, because there are times when that doesn't happen. But normally the body cam footage that gets like very popular is the stuff where people do end up committing those acts. And again, to kind of bring this more to a kind of a personal level, my dad was a cop for a long time, and he almost never actually pulled his weapon on anyone. But the one time that he did, the person was armed, running from the police, and had actually, like, shot someone earlier that day. And he chased him down into the subway. And it was like a little bit of a standoff where he had the person in a corner behind some, like, trash cans. And he luckily came out without needing to be, like, put down in any way. But that was one of the situations where my dad talks about that, and he is haunted, and he didn't even kill the person. He didn't even do anything to the person, but he's like, he's a little bit haunted by that. So doing that will haunt people sometimes, because it is not a good thing. So,
all right.
I'm all Forensic Files episodes. How is this evidence of anything?
He is publicly friends with Shoe on Head, who is a conservative masquerading as a leftist, who has built a career off of lazy anti-woke content, complaining about SJWs, who says stuff like, Karl Marx rising from the grave finding out his movement has been taken over by fat, ugly, mentally ill losers.
He's mad because she's talking about him.
He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape.
Hold up, I've watched a lot of Brandon Buckingham. He has shot guns. He is in no way a gun YouTuber. This is like saying iDubbbz or Ethan are gun YouTubers. It makes no sense. As for threatening rape,
nice
he never did that. That is a lie Sneeko told.
Ah, nice.
So
Excellent.
his source is literally from someone. Oh my fucking god!
Excellent.
Oh boy, Sneeko, great source.
Out of all the sources you
Sneeko
could
is
use,
ass.
it's fucking Sneeko, Captain Cuckold there, someone that's somehow even more of a cuck than iDubbbz.
Yeah. So, what's also really interesting about that is, so I don't know if you've seen Shoe on Head. Shoe on Head's nice. She's very eclectic, I guess, in her comedy style, but I don't mind that. It's one of those things where you just kind of look at it and you're like, that's weird, but I'm still gonna watch the rest of this because it's really funny. So, but I don't know where I was going with this.
Great. I just love that. It's classic.
Oh yeah, no, my one and only video on Sneeko was about him. He was talking about what's his name being trans from the Mr. Beast crew.
Chris?
Yes. That's my one and only video on him. At least I think so. I don't remember. It's very weird. Anyway.
Allegation in the same video he's crying about being slandered for his film analysis.
There is this thing that the internet does, where one person says something that is false but sounds believable and is tangentially related to what actually happened, and then other people start to repeat it out of context, and morph it, and slowly escalate it, until it just becomes general belief.
I will take projection for 500.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
How much did I win?
Oh, no, shit, it's the Daily Double, my god!
Holy shit! I won big, ladies and gentlemen, let's go! Dinner's on the house, I'm ordering sushi for everyone!
I don't like sushi.
Then you're not getting sushi, you're getting burgers, I don't fucking care!
I prefer burgers. Yeah, no, but that's, yeah. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, totally, the internet just makes shit up. It's like, I'm gonna make shit up too.
The internet just makes shit up. Anyways, I'm gonna spend the next, like, an hour or so making shit up.
Yeah.
even though it is detached from reality. The cruel and untrue things that you say about another person do in fact have direct impacts on them and the way that people culturally see them.
Bro, you're doing that, but instead of it being about the hills have eyes, it's about a rape allegation, something that matters. He goes on like this for over half an hour.
He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that
Again, how is Oompaville fucking gun obsessed? He's probably made like one video where he like fires a pistol like one time and that's it. Like, what the fuck? Reigniting the burger meme from last stream.
Oh no, that's just a Beretta with a suppressor. That's cool.
How
Sorry,
the fuck could you tell from like the 5 pixels that are here?
Gee, I wonder why. It's the profile.
that has taken advantage of Nikocado Avocado's mental decline for fame and for money. And
Nikocado Avocado is like an overly elaborate character.
Yeah, I think he knows what he's doing. At this
Yeah, he
point.
knows exactly what he's doing. He's playing a character in all of his videos because he knows that it's like
admitted to that.
Yeah,
Like,
he
that's
literally
the thing.
admitted that all of what he does is just a character, just so he can get attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he knows exactly what he's doing. Like, sure, yeah, is kind of fucking over his health at the end of the day, but he's doing it as a character.
Well, the thing is that actually he's getting better.
Which is actually good news.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, he dropped like 50 to 100
Yeah,
kilos
dude
or
is
pounds
actually
or something.
improving on his health,
Good
which
for
is good
him,
to see.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's great.
Excellent for him.
One of these days he'll look like he did way back in the day when he was a vegan.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't.
Maybe.
Listen,
think
okay,
that.
someone can dream.
We can only hope.
We can only hope. And honestly, when that day, if and when that day comes, I'll be rooting for him.
on top of that, has made content with the human trafficker, Andrew Tate.
He interviewed Andrew Tate before the allegations came out. Jesus.
Yeah, and also, again, in that same context, he's also interviewed other creators as well. You know who else has interviewed weird people? Anthony Padilla. Like, he does weird interviews. Does that mean that he agrees with everything there? No, he interviewed, like,
Fuck
what,
no.
furries one time? It was really interesting. I should watch that interview. It was really fun.
I guess by
He
that
also
logic,
interviewed-
Anthony Padilla's a furry. There we go. Anthony
Yes.
Padilla's a furry
Anthony
confirmed.
Padilla's a furry.
What's also
Nikocado
funny is that
Avocado
he...
was a furry.
What's also really funny...
Guys, I'm a furry!
He actually owns a suit. So he did it for research purposes, and it's like a not even that good one. It was, I think, it was to... It
Some
was in
Temu
during the furry
fursuit.
interviews, but it was cool. It was neat.
How was an act? He puts it on. This guy is so socially inept, he doesn't even realize it.
Oh! Oop! 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 That's my scooter! My precious scooter!
You just know this guy turns on WWE and thinks Triple H actually broke into Randy Orton's house. And as far as Andrew Tate, it was a respectable interview that took place before the human trafficking charges even...
Guy probably watched Mission Impossible and thought that it was a fucking documentary.
Oh yeah.
Same with like Die
came to
Hard.
fruition. He's retroactively criticizing it.
Motherfucker
Gun.
probably thought
Top Gun
Mad
is
Max
real.
happened in real life at some point in the middle of like the fucking Sahara Desert.
Yeah. To be fair though, in this specific context, I kind of agree with the Andrew Tate thing, because not
I
just
just don't
because
like Andrew Tate. He's
yeah,
just
not
a
just because I don't
piece
like
of
him, but
shit.
because at this moment in time, I'm 90% certain it was still going on. I just wasn't like found out about. But even then,
I think
that
when
is,
the Andrew,
like,
I think when
dubious at
Andrew
best.
Tate, I think Oompaville, or not, fuck, Willie Mack actually brings it up, but like this interview that Oompaville had with Andrew Tate happened before the like trafficking allegations went into like full force or anything like that.
Correct,
It was
correct.
back
Again.
when Andrew Tate was just mainly known as like the weird manosphere guy more than anything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And again, I understand that. It's one of those things where, like, the retroactive allegations in most contexts, and you really shouldn't have that, and it's stupid. It's just, whatever.
Interview that was very well received at the time and was handled better than most mainstream media outlets.
He is friends with
Oh, yeah, it
Muta
was.
Har, who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites.
Again, I already brought this up, but I can understand Mudahar's reasoning for being against Andrew Tate being deplatformed in the sense that it would just ultimately bolster Andrew Tate's fucking message, okay? I could understand.
That
I
too.
can- Yes,
Yeah.
I can understand Mudahar's fucking point right there, and
Yeah.
like, not bothering to actually bring that entire thing up is honestly just like, I don't even know what the fuck else to say.
and
I already
also,
brought it up before, and I'm not going to repeat myself. There you go.
Also, what I would also say is that if he does get like deplatformed and taken out of that context, that means that his message not only could be bolstered to be that way, but it could also somehow, I don't know why, it somehow like makes it harder to track what he's doing. Because at least if he's posting and like live streaming and doing all this other stuff, you can kind of track a timeline as to what his actions can cause. But if he stops posting altogether, he can just fall off completely. And that might be good in some context, but in other contexts might not be the best idea because it's, you know.
Also, can I just simply state this meme right here from Wendigoon POV? I have a short layover at the Miami International Airport, and it's just an image of fucking hell. That is entirely true, not just for Miami, but for the entirety of Florida. I've said it once, twice, probably 50 times by now, and I will say it again. Stay the fuck away from this state. For the love of God, if you value your, existence and your brain power, stay the fuck away from Florida.
But Mr. Sanity, what about Disney World?
Fuck Disney World.
I don't give a fuck about Disney World. I live in
Who
California.
gives a fuck about Disney World? They got rid of the only good thing about Disney World, which was fucking Epcot a while ago. I don't give a shit anymore.
Wait, what? When did they get rid of Epcot?
I don't know. I think it happened like a few years back. I can't fucking remember, but I don't think that...
Bullshit.
Yeah, I think they weren't getting enough funding to actually keep Epcot open, so they basically just shut it down. It was honestly, in my opinion, the only good part of Disney World. I will stand on that. I will die on that fucking hill. I will die on that fucking hill.
I agree with you.
It was the only good part about fucking Disney World, and now I have no other reason to go there other than just, ooh, funny mouse mascot.
Anyway.
I'm against deplatforming Andrew Tate too, and I exposed him to a greater extent than most mainstream media outlets, to the point where they would wait till my video comes out and post an article the next day citing the exact same sources I used in my video. Unless they're a convicted child predator, I'm against deplatforming because it leads to these hateful conspiratorial echo chambers that go unchallenged, festering in the background. There was a while where it seemed like every creator was getting banned, from Leafy to Gideon to Aiden Ross. It's better if everyone's just in the same place, where people can routinely make Nick look like an idiot for his worldview.
But what if we're living in the same house and there's a fight over...
Yeah, there's Nick Fuentes for you, this loser right here.
Yes.
That, you can just hear in his voice that he is just fucking dense as hell.
Yeah, no, definitely. Shower when...
His voice is so fucking grating, I hate it.
Yeah.
And then who gets this seat on the couch, and who... These are the kinds of things that happen in dense...
Wait, do you think you'd fight with him because he's black over that?
I wouldn't fight about stuff like that. And
hold, I want to hear the answer to Destiny's question.
Well, yeah, would you fight more with a black person over who gets to use the shower?
Yes, and here's why. Because
otherwise, more people are going to
when you're getting clowned on by Destiny, that's...
I think if you're getting clowned on by Destiny, just hang up your hat, hang up your coat. Yeah. It's over. It's Jover at that point. Just walk away. Stop.
I'm confused as to what he's even fucking talking about right now. He's
honestly,
like,
I don't know and I don't care.
Like the position in the shower. Like I don't get it.
Sneaka. We don't need more Sneaka.
Trust me, you really don't need to get it. You already know more than enough about Nick Fuentes just from my own brief description of him.
No. Again, the thing is that like I agree deplatforming is bad, but I agree to an extent that like at least if he's posting and at least if you know where to look, then you shouldn't do that, because it's the same thing with Sweet Baby Inc. We know the games and stuff that they're working on, right? And we have that information publicly, so we can kind of counteract it using our own thoughts and like informing the consumer and stuff. If you basically take them out and like they go under, or they just go like stop posting and they stop like advertising their services and stuff, they can still be 100% around and go unchallenged in the industry. At least when they're out in the public and you can know about that, criticizing it is better. Like, and critiquing information stuff is better. So, yeah.
videos. He is friends
Same-
with
same-
Mutahar, who argued against
same
Andrew
and full
Tate being
different
deplatformed from social media websites, and has recently showcased a great deal of transphobia in his most recent video.
Is he going to give any argument for why the video is transphobic? No, of course not. It's
Guys, it's transphobic because he exposed the fact that Keffels was a piece of garbage, I guess. I don't fucking know. That seems to be... I don't... My brain is short-circuiting!
As a trans woman myself, I do not think that transphobia shields someone from being a shitty person.
Being trans isn't a fucking shield from fucking criticism at the end of the
Yeah.
day. I will criticize
Literally.
fucking anybody. I don't care what
don't-
side they're on.
Don't use your don't use your gender, don't use your identity, don't use what you are as a shield against being a bad person. Just accept it.
Yeah,
and try
exactly.
to be
Honestly, if
better.
you do decide to use your identity or whatever as a fucking shield, it honestly makes you look even more like a shit person because it means that, well...
And even then,
you just
like in
it
that
just
video,
shows that you
Mutahar
don't know
was
how to
not
properly.
being
It just shows that
transphobic.
you don't really know how to actually properly address anything. So you just decide to use a default fucking argument in hopes that
Yeah.
that would just fucking work. And it's just pathetic.
It might work on Twitter, but Twitter's Twitter.
Twitter is Twitter. Yeah.
Yep, Twitter.
Which,
that is.
by the way, one thing that I will say, which is really fucking hilarious, is an Elon Musk tweet came across my feed the other day, and he asked the very big question: do you think that the X redesign is good, or should we change it back to Twitter? And I went through the replies, and it was just yes, 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 Twitter, 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 yes, yes, yes. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, I can agree.
There was even a poll underneath that in the replies where like 80 to 90% of people were like, yes, change it back to Twitter, with the remaining percentage being no. And I'm like, that's how you know you fucked up.
Yeah, that's
How
like
do you-
Elon fucked up so royally that literally even some of his biggest meat riders aren't even on his side anymore. People are getting
There's
sick
one
and tired
good
of him.
thing about Twitter under Elon, that's community notes.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
the
literally the
good
only
thing.
good thing, and that's purely because
Nothing
it makes
else.
him look stupid.
Literally. Well, that, and you could argue the AI because it's fucking like that. The
the fuck
the
uses
drama
the
with that
AI?
AI the week it came out was so funny. But even then, it's an AI. His AI is fucking garbage. Get it out of here. Throw it in the trash.
Anyway.
Recent video.
Is he going to give any argument for why the video is transphobic? No, of course not. It's because it isn't. So much of this video is, oh look, Windagoon responded to a tweet and that account likes some sus stuff. As if Windagoon is supposed to be aware of that. So what did Windagoon do? Not one of his friends, not one of his followers, him. Well, apparently he started a white supremacist group.
We could talk about
Oh yeah, the fucking Boogaloo Boys thing. I think literally Wendigoon himself stated that he basically fucking jumped ship after he realized that the meme went too far, and that it ended up just becoming what he didn't want it to become, which was a far-right fascist group.
Wow.
He jumped ship after it became what it is now.
Damn. Well...
He jumped ship after that fucking group ended up turning into something that he didn't want it to, and he was just like, yeah, no, I don't fucking agree with this. Like, you're literally ragging on him for... he created it as a meme and people... God!
Yeah, that's the same thing of it's the same thing of when another creator blames the audience of a creator that they don't like because the audience talked about them negatively and criticized them negatively because of the other. Yeah. The thing is, again, as creators, as people who do stuff on the internet, your audience is connected to you in some way, but there is usually a level of separation there.
Yeah. Like,
And
my
you
personal
don't
belief is
control
that
your
you should at least, that as like a content creator, you should at least still, just try to make that separation even more clear, because obviously in today's day and age, you still have to try and clarify a lot of things.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
again
why the entire
really
thing
should-
of don't fucking harass people with commentary channels and whatnot is obviously a thing that needs to be brought up, because you need to still make that level of separation clear that you don't agree with the lunatics in your fucking audience.
Yeah, I also again I also make it very clear in several of my videos that the person that I am on camera or in the voiceovers is more of a caricature and not my actual person. Like it's still viewed as like my opinions, my thoughts, and other stuff. But I make it very clear I am playing a caricature of what I normally am, and it's different because it's like a kind of different person, but still similar. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. That's kind of what I do.
Yeah.
His past and supposedly being a founding member in an online conspiracy theory group that, according to him, snowballed out of control into being a white supremacist neo-Nazi organization called the Boogaloo Boys. His online username at the time was Boogaloo Boy, and he claims to be the first to have started using it, but that he left the group and became Wendigoon after things started to get out of hand. And this is not a conspiracy theory in itself. Shockingly, he literally has said so in writing.
Wendigoon admitted this was him creating a meme page where it was taken over by more and more extreme people until he left. It really isn't that damning unless you're going to be extremely uncharitable, which he is.
Also, it should be noted that the Boogaloo Boys are known for wearing Hawaiian shirts. And guess who else always has on a Hawaiian shirt?
And guess who has on a Hawaiian shirt right now?
Yeah.
Does that mean that you are a far-right neo-Nazi gun fucking hoisting, funny saluting, funny mustache man supremacist?
Literally in Wendigoon's Faith video, he's wearing a shirt, and at the end of the video, he dedicates the shirt. He says, thanks to someone from church for giving me this shirt. Because he said the guy came up to him and was like, hey, I've got a spare shirt if you want. I know you're on YouTube and you wear these kind of shirts a lot, so I would love to see it used in a video just because I think it'd be funny. And so that's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Not because he supports a fucking group that he specifically left. Like, no.
Yeah, that's I think that kind of reminds that for whatever reason reminds me of your situation, Sanity, when you were with one particular group and then left that group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do not talk about the mafia.
Yeah, we don't need we don't need to talk about it here. But like it's kind of like the same thing if someone blamed you for that as well.
Yeah.
Right?
And
like,
they
you
still consider,
specifically
and
left-
for some reason, some lunatic still considers me as like part of that group. Also, for some reason, somehow also being a part of a different group that was against them. I don't know. It's fucking weird,
Yeah.
and the amount of like
it's
double
one of those things
shit is confusing.
Again, if you're specifically leaving a group and you give an explanation as to why, like that usually means you're gonna put as much distance between you and that group as possible.
I think the
So
main
it's
reason
like-
why Wendigoon uses Hawaiian shirts so often is just because it's become part of his brand at this point, and why give that up?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing as to why
He
on
also
a lot of
might like wearing those shirts. Like,
Yeah, that's also
not that
entirely
deep.
possible as well.
It's
Like,
not that
who the
deep.
fuck cares?
Yeah, it also comes
Like,
down to
this
the
is-
same fact of like, again, to bring up branding. The reason why I use green and purple and everything is because green's my favorite color and purple just kind of goes with it. And it's also like not that deep in the sense of like I was trying to figure out like what goes well with green, and someone mentioned purple, and so I use that in all of my branding and all of the things that I make because it's kind of like my signature thing, and it's very noticeable.
Yeah.
It's like branding. Marketing.
It's just so fucking
Buzzwords.
confusing at the end of the day.
Despite the fact that he publicly totally does not share in their beliefs, guys.
Zane, it's a pop.
Yeah, they literally doesn't, and you trying to claim as such is unbelievably fucking dishonest to such an insane
he just
degree.
contradicted himself.
Like, it's so... like...
That would actually also mean several comedians also then in that context agree in that way, because there's several comedians out there that I remember that also wear Hawaiian shirts.
Guys, if you wear a Hawaiian shirt, that automatically means that you're part of a neo-Nazi group. Didn't you guys know that? Didn't you guys get the memo?
Yeah.
Oh god. I
This
had to throw
situation
up
is
a
like when
shirt
Megamind
now.
created Titan.
So
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
Popular style of shirt. You're wearing the shirt. What's weirder,
Yes.
Wendigoon wearing a Hawaiian shirt because that's what he likes to wear, or this leftist wearing a Hawaiian shirt even though he thinks it's a racist dog whistle? Is this like Vosh's tactical N-word? This video has zero research behind it.
Tactical N-word? What the fuck?
N-word? I don't even know. I don't even want
Do
to
I
know.
even want to know the context behind that?
Can you go back? I want to read that actually.
racist dog whistle. Is this like...
There it is.
In this video, I drop an N-bomb. Big one. Hard R. I did this to show my interlocutors that their language doesn't impress me, that their slurs don't frighten or disarm me. You can see from their reactions that it worked, that they were clearly taken aback. Motherfucker sounds like a fucking Reddit mod. Holy shit.
By the way,
Good. What the fuck?
Guys, in my next debate, I dropped a hard F slur.
by the way, right? If you know the history of that word, which I know a little bit about, it was meant as, like, bad.
Yeah, very bad.
Like, extremely bad. And it's not like him using it makes it good, because he's not only not part of that community, he's also, isn't he also white? Like,
Oh yeah, he is whiter than I am.
Yeah,
Bosch
so then
is
that makes
fucking white as hell.
This just feels like
Snow White ain't got nothing on how pale he is.
like no. Again, it's like you're just fucking wrong in this
He's
context.
the most white
What's
knight
that?
that has ever knighted.
What's that?
Bosch thinks using the N-bomb is the same as T-posing or dabbing. Cringe.
Yeah. What's that one? Meme from an Adam Sandler movie where it's like, "What you just said was some of the most idiotic statements that I've ever heard in my entire life."
I award
Everyone
you
in
no
this
points
room is now dumber
because
you
of
have said
what
that.
you have just stated here.
I
award
award
you
no
0
and
points.
may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah, I love that clip.
Vosh's tactical N-word. This video has zero research behind it, zero common sense. Zane sits there and speculates on how wealthy Wendigoon is, as if that means he can't talk about horror movies.
Not to mention the fact that Wendigoon was raised in a very wealthy family. And with that...
Source?
How do you know that? How do you know that?
How do you know that? Where do you fucking come up with this information?
Did he also own a diamond mine? Like
fucking Wendigoon's goddamn family somehow managed to have like a share in Elon's emerald mine? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Comes from a wealthy perspective. He himself has inadvertently admitted that his family at one point had millions of dollars.
My whole thing is instead of speculating this guy's apparel, why not just reach out to him and ask him questions? So I did. He said he worked at a gun store, he liked guns, so he made a meme page about guns. Around 2019-2020, the joke became super serious to some people, who began to see it as a for the people movement, which was fine at first, but then people began to apply it to whatever their political stance was, and it became a mess. So he left. There is no evidence that Wendigoon radicalized anybody. Extremists stole the meme, that's all the evidence available. I asked Wendigoon if Zane ever reached out to him before making his video. He said no, he never reached out. There was a lot he got wrong, even objectively, that I would have been happy to clear up even for a hit piece. For instance, my parents were not rich. He
literally states it right there!
Says, no, untrue.
He literally states, hey, my parents are never fucking rich. Where did you get this shit from?
Quote even reads, I say my dad lost everything, and that was all before I was born. So Zane never even reached out for clarification before assuming the worst from this guy and everyone who's ever appeared in a photo with him. I did more research in the 3 minutes it took to reach out than his 3-hour video. It's embarrassing. In 2019, the Boogaloo Boys became an official group, and Zane attributes every crime they did to Wendigoon.
Do you remember when armed men were arrested a few years ago for planning the kidnapping of Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmire? That was the Boogaloos. Do you remember when white people showed up at the George Floyd protests and caused property damage and violence in the hopes that black people would be blamed for that? That was the Boogaloos. He was...
And how does this fucking tie to Wendigoon?
What is that?
It's
he was
not.
gone by this.
By this point, Wendigoon probably fucking... by this point, Wendigoon 100% had already jumped fucking ship, you moron!
More importantly, what does this have to do with horror?
Excellent question, actually. You gotta remember, this is all over horror movie critiques, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
I'm on the verge of fucking crying because of how fucking dumb this shit is.
We're 2/3 of the way done with this video.
Let's power through. Come on.
Just like, oh geez, sorry guys.
We have to get to the point. We have to get to the point that led me to even want to do this stream in the first place. Come on, we got to do this.
Violent hate group guys. Sorry that people got killed. I totally didn't mean to do all that. My bad. I'll do better next time.
Am I missing something? Was Wendigoon there? Is there any evidence that he supports any of this? No, it is the most baseless and unhinged analysis I have ever seen. Zane becomes
also in that
racist
context,
towards Wendigoon
like,
at
did
times,
he
Wendigoon
condemn
and I
their
are
actions
practically
immediately, or did he
neighbors.
not? That's my.
I don't even think he addressed those actions in the first place. And if he, like,
Yeah.
why should he need to?
Yet he's not part of the
he wasn't
group
associated
anymore. Why should he need to
Yeah.
address what?
Yeah.
Why should he need to address a group that he doesn't even have any fucking control over, nor did he have any control over, and is no longer part of? What the
Literally
fuck
just
does?
leave the wholesome man be.
Just leave him to
Let
fucking
him
make
make
his
his
fucking
YouTube
videos on the
videos.
fucking Faith series. I don't fucking care.
That video is really
And I know
fucking
this
good.
area very well. Okay, so I live
Do
in
you?
Asheville, North
Do you?
Carolina, and between that and
Do
the
you?
reservation, you have the community of Lake Junaluska, which isn't actually even a real town. You can walk across the whole thing in a matter of minutes. You got Waynesville, you have Maggie
That
Valley,
doesn't
and a
mean
few
it's
other
not a town.
small drive-by communities. And
Towns
beyond
could be
that
small.
is the Cherokee Reservation. Wendigoon lives somewhere just on the other side of the reservation. That is not me doxing him. He has said many times publicly that he lives in East Tennessee, and I'm not even saying what town he lives in. According to the latest census, there are only 23 black people who live in Maggie Valley. There are 15 Native Americans despite it touching the reservation. Most of this area used to be sundown towns. It is about as white as you could possibly get, genuinely in this part of the country. You have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise.
Oh, he's white and he lives there, therefore he's racist. That's the level of critical thinking taking.
Yeah, and let's just
Yeah, we
completely
already
forget
talked
about the
about
fact
this.
that Wendigoon
Fucking-
has quite literally brought up that he is of native descent. So what the fuck does this even prove?
Nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
It proves nothing. Also, by the way, to everyone else out there who needs to pick their jaws up off the floor, give yourself like 2 minutes.
Here's the thing: we haven't even gotten to the point that led me to even want to do this stream. We aren't there yet.
Boy.
We aren't
Oh,
even
boy.
fucking there yet.
Oh boy.
Place, but not you. You're one of the good white guys. Oompaville tweeted, imagine shitting on some of the most systemically forgotten and impoverished people in America and thinking you were virtuous or moral because they happen to be white. Then getting called out saying, you guys know my heart was in the right place. Ha ha ha. Zane is a picturesque example of true bigotry masquerading as an enlightened tortured genius that operates with empathy, nuance, and compassion above all else. There are so many of these people, it's so f***ed up how lost some smart people are. He tries to say Wendigoon is a racist for his name, saying he's disrespecting natives for using
here
the word
comes.
Wendigo.
Then, of course, there is his username. To the Algonquin people, the Wendigo is a negative spiritual symbol that is to be avoided and whose name is to never even be said out loud or written down. So I know there's a bit of a hypocrisy there on my part, but we kind of do have to say it for academic purposes, so apologies for that.
So, I used to be friends with an individual that for some reason decided to bring up that they had a problem with Wendigoon just because of the fact that Wendigo was part of his fucking name. And deciding to use the justification for being upset at it by trying to claim that Wendigoon wasn't a, quote, practicing native. I used to have a friend that thought in this similar way in trying to claim that Wendigoon shouldn't be able to use a fucking spiritual creature as part of his fucking name when it's part of his fucking heritage.
But then in that same context, a lot of Christian faith channels would also have to follow that same rule.
Exactly! I just don't fucking get it! It
Oh,
doesn't
so-
make fucking sense! Who the
Yeah.
fuck cares?!
Yeah.
It's part
Also
of his
anyone-
heritage! Let him do whatever he wants!
Yeah, also anyone named Adam, also anyone named Eve, also anyone named Jesus or Jesus in certain contexts. Like, all those people would have to then immediately change their names.
By that fucking definition, I shouldn't have my dead name. I shouldn't have a fucking dead name.
By that fucking logic, I shouldn't be using a fucking cat as my avatar, but look at me! I don't... It just...
I think I'm safe because I mainly use a penguin.
Like, this is the
But I
kind
also
of
use
logic
animated
that just...
Yeah,
Sanity,
again,
do you need a second? Like, seriously?
Are you good?
This is the kind of logic that is just genuinely fucking infuriating and can literally only come from a place of either just legitimate fucking ignorance or just closeted racism.
Yeah. again, the thing about also with Windigoon is it makes sense in a branding perspective too.
Exactly, like,
because the Wendigo is like a very
it's a
like,
spiritual
mythological
fucking creature. It's a mythical creature at the end of the day that's part of a mythology.
Oh, well, yeah, well, even if it wasn't, and it was like a real creature and stuff, like that's still fine because it's the stories and stuff surrounding it is meant to be creepy. And again,
exactly.
Speaking from a purely branding and business perspective, having that sort of name that sort of sparks like the creativity of like very things and like being that cryptic is kind of goes with the brand as well. Same with things like Dead Me, and same with things like I guess Moment of Sanity, to use a very random actual type of branding. But it's like, again, the words and like your brand associated with them are very important. And this was super taught. I don't want to get too into it, but if I were to say something like hello ladies, or 15% can save 15% or more on 15 minutes can save 15% or more on car
hello
insurance. Like,
ladies.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I was talking more about Old Spice, but you get the meaning. Like, words have power, and I get some cases, but like this, no.
Yeah,
like,
for
this is
like the millionth time, I feel like I'm repeating myself. Brookwood record. It's not that deep.
Exactly. It's just not that deep. Who the fuck cares? Why are you bringing this shit up? It just makes you look stupid.
Like, honestly, I think even
it makes me want to just grab you by the shirt collar and scream at you.
Like that Cosmo meme.
I think more or less like that one scene from like Deltarune Chapter 2 where it's like Noelle grabbing Birdly and going, What?
Yeah, literally.
Except in this case it's, what is fucking wrong with you?
I mean, that bad.
Are you high?
I probably should be.
Man, I've never wanted to drink more than this very moment.
I wouldn't drink. I have an edible.
About this video. This is like saying Blizzard can't make Diablo or Harry Potter shouldn't exist because some Christians got upset. Nobody cares.
But don't you think it is
or D&D or video games apparently, or violent video games,
computers?
Guys, Doom shouldn't exist because it uses Christian symbolism of hell. Ultra Kill shouldn't exist because it's based on Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, if we were to really track this back, the written word also got criticized by like Socrates. Does that mean that the written word is bad?
Yes! Apparently, according to this fucking logic, if we're gonna go back that far.
Anyway.
Weird and off-putting that all of his fans call him Dad. Isn't that really strange?
Bro, who fucking cares?
Literally, who cares?
I have friends that view me as a father figure. Does that mean it's weird?
Yeah.
People are allowed
well, who the fuck? Again, who the fuck cares?
I think in that context, it's one of those symbiotic relationships in a way. What is it symbiotic? It's a specific relationship type deal.
I mean, I kind of helped them out, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But like, you get the point.
Yeah, no. I mean, no. It's what's it called? What the fuck is that relationship?
Parasocial? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's.
I wouldn't exactly call it parasocial, considering that they're my friends.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I wouldn't say necessarily parasocial, but I could see where you getting at.
Well, no, with the whole like calling him daddy.
Yeah, I guess in like the Wendigoon's case, then yeah, that's definitely like parasocial. But again, who the fuck cares?
Literally, who cares?
Who the fuck actually
Weird
cares?
Names happen all the time. Like, I know people who call me Pengu, like part of the the claymation penguin.
Yeah, I know what
I
you're
know
talking
people
about.
who call me that. Like, they call me that unironically, and people also call me GP, which is like, okay, it's a weird name to call me, but I'm fine with it.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Who fucking cares?
Let him have weird nicknames.
No? Are you trying to imply something? He never elaborates. He just throws it out there and moves right along. He then
like, this is unironically just a case where the entire argument of who gives a shit just works.
I'm true.
Who fucking gives one?
acts like Windigoon following him on Twitter was some sort of psychological threat.
Oh my god.
Right in the midst of this going on, a very funny thing happened, and that Windigoon followed me on Twitter. I was not following him at the time. He never publicly told people to stop calling me a friend. He never once reached out to me privately, but he did follow me, which means in my eyes that he 100% knew what was happening because I did tweet about it several times, and then followed me to let me know that he knew, and that he was watching, and that he intended to do nothing to stop it.
What is this corkboard fucking conspiracy theory level bullshit?
Let's put down the tinfoil
Oh my
hat.
god, have we found him?
Yeah, let's put down the tinfoil hats for a second and look at this from at least somewhat of a weird perspective. You're tweeting about a dude and probably adding him on Twitter, or at least mentioning his name.
Also, here's the thing. Wendigoon actually addressed this within a comment on this particular video. He quite literally states that he decided to follow the guy because he was a fan of some of the content that he does and some of the things that he talks about on his channel.
Oh my god, two people within the same niche are fans of each other's work? That's unheard of!
Yeah!
Oh my god.
He literally found you, and, you know, liked what you were doing, and kind of wanted to see you grow. That's likely why he fucking followed you. He probably didn't know about any of this shit. You deciding to see this as apparently him using this as some sort of, like, fucking guerrilla intimidation tactic is just so fucking dumb.
It goes back to like this synthetic man thing where like synthetic man says that everything is woke and everything is this and that, where it's like in some cases he's correct, but like even a broken clock is right twice a day. But that's like,
yeah, that's something that I repeat a lot.
Yeah, that's like if I go and follow Synthetic Man on Twitter tomorrow, that means that I am now part of this whole big conspiracy to try to, like, deplatform him according to certain people. It's like...
By the way, Warren asks how many Newt memes you get on average, Penguin.
It used to be far more because I used to do them myself.
Amazing.
Like,
For the
an
motivation, could he have
earlier
had there to follow me?
relationship, someone made me an avatar for a thing, and it had like that actual sound bite on the avatar that I could just like play for
That's
people just to be
beautiful.
like Newt. It was, yeah, it's one of those things you kind of have to lean into the meme.
Yeah.
Okay,
in
we're
that
so close.
specific moment, other than to be a method of quiet and deniable intimidation. What other way could that have been read from my perspective? That was the...
I guess from
he's
your
a fan of
perspective,
your
yeah,
one.
I guess if you're a fucking
normal
paranoid fucking loser, then yeah, of course that's how you would view it. Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god!
Again,
moment
that's
that
like
pushed me over
saying,
the edge to make this video.
What?
brah. No. This is what I was gonna reiterate before, but that's just a bra moment right there. Just...
What happened to Vano? I don't fucking know yet, Timmy.
Yeah, I mean,
The guy fucking went radio silent, he's disappeared. I've tried
Mm-hmm.
sending in a report, but I haven't really heard anything back yet.
What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Another person that both me and Sanity and like several other people knew when we figured out that he was a very
A rather unsavory individual, to put it criminally
Yeah.
lightly. I made an entire video about it.
Yeah, I think I don't
And
know if
I
still
literally
have
have it in a playlist where that's the only fucking video.
Yeah, I was going to make a video on it too, but I thought it wasn't like necessary since you already said everything that I was going to say anyway, and
Yeah.
I am like a third person in that situation. Like I,
I
don't
mean,
know him
you
that
weren't
well.
exactly, hopefully no offense intended here, but like you weren't exactly like the most involved in the situation.
No, I mean I was tangentially involved in the sense that I communicated with him and I had some of the screenshots.
Yeah, you had like
mostly
some
we
kind
were
of
talking
communication with him, and you at
Yeah,
least
it was-
knew of
it-
his
and it was-
existence. But like,
Yeah, it mainly came down to us like talking about just Harmon Smith, and that's it.
yeah.
And that's the part that I like. Everyone was like, "Oh, he also like was super hyper fixated on the same person." I was like, "Yeah, that was weird." Like,
And was
I don't
also
know.
very hyper fixated on fucking Linux and shit like that, which
Oh yeah,
you know.
It's changing the Linux distro at least 5 times. That was the same thing too.
Yeah, and
So yeah,
you know, he changed his name every single time he switched to a new fucking distro, which was like 50 times a goddamn day, which made things confusing.
I don't know. I probably still have that video kicking around somewhere. I was thinking about if I ever do try to like kick up the Patreon again, I was gonna make like an entire Patreon edit list where I have a bunch of like video ideas and concepts that made it to editing, but like were not good enough for actual videos. like
that's
behind the
neat.
scenes stuff.
He
That'd
ends
be
the video by
interesting.
calling everyone Nazis.
Clearly, as we have seen, everything that he does has deep political motivations.
That's a fucking
You
cool
haven't shown
poster.
one example.
That is
And
a-
if they
that
don't
is
want to be
badass
seen as a
poster,
big group
yeah.
of Nazis, then let's see how they react to this video's existence. Because I am certain they will be very level-headed about all of this.
Well, wouldn't you know
Because
it? They
you've been
were, in
very
fact, very
level-headed.
fucking level-headed about all this.
Yeah.
Even fucking
Because
Willie
you-
Mac Show, which he's, like, probably the most animated out of all the people that have actually decided to talk about this. Even he has taken this pretty fucking calmly.
Yeah,
Like even then, with Sanity, like yeah, you were yelling a bit, but like you have a good reason to. Like
Yeah, because this is just fucking baffling to me. It's so
Yeah.
dumb!
Very
it
strange.
really is. Like okay, so I knew about this drama for a few days before I started really like before I joined the stream and this call and everything. But originally I was like, oh no, okay, Wendigoon must have done something, but I'll wait and I'll see if anything comes out about it because I want to see both sides. Now that I've seen both sides, holy fuck.
I swear to God, it's like one of those kinds of like weird cycles where like every couple of months there's like a new attempt to try and like cancel Wendigoon for like some dumb fucking reason. I swear to God, like three or 4 months ago there was like another cancellation attempt of Wendigoon just because he was a Christian.
I feel like that's just happening with big YouTubers. Is that mainly on like, well, I see a lot of this on Twitter, but like mainly on Twitter, it's just people will poke holes in anything and everything to try to cancel someone.
Like it is.
I mean, what's really hilarious is that PewDiePie, even though he left Twitter and has stopped posting less and is wanting to be more in his real life
which is like good for him.
he still
man.
tries.
Like, I think
he still tries to. Yeah, he has a kid. He still tries to. People still try to cancel him. Like they tried to get him on him doing art and improving in like a month or two.
What?
Where he made like a video about it, and people tried to cancel him over it. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
But the last bad thing that I knew he did was the fucking bridge video. Like,
And
oh
that
my
shit
God.
happened
Yeah,
like,
no.
and that shit
But
happened
people-
like
they
half
can,
a
like,
decade
bring
ago
it
at
up
this
every-
fucking point. Like
that
no
was
one cares
fine.
about it anymore.
I don't care.
No,
like,
but they try to catch him on like new micro stuff, like the drawing thing that happened quite recently with him, like showing an improvement in how.
How
he was
is that
drawing
even a
and doing, like, vlog
cancelable
type stuff.
offense? Like, oh,
How
he's
do you
trying to do
cancel someone?
fucking art.
Because people think that like, oh, he couldn't have gotten that good, and he's actually like trying to steal art or trying to do this
What?
and trying to do that. It was stupid. It was
The
stupid, but like he
mental-
shows.
People improve at different fucking rates. Like, who the fuck cares?
As in, like, again, as an artist, as someone who is actively pursuing commission work and has done commission work and is currently doing commission work for people, as an artist, improvement comes differently to everyone. And I
Hell,
can see
as
a
an artist
genuine improvement
myself,
from my
I
first-
can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, improvement happens. Some people just
mean, I
like
literally
It
it
took
started
me
like
7 years to get to
yeah.
where I am, and I'm still not happy.
Yeah, again, and it's one
Yeah.
of those things where he just took like 10 minutes out of his day every day, constantly practiced, improved it, and then went about his day. And
I mean,
didn't
honestly,
take
what he
much.
was doing is...
This is also
Listen,
a call out.
I'm probably gonna call out a lot of fucking artists in my audience here, but what he was doing throughout that entire month is a lot more than what a lot of artists tend to do within the same span of time. And
Oh,
of
yeah,
course, a lot of that is
absolutely.
largely due to, like, you know, bouts of art block and shit like that. I can completely understand that.
is
But,
literally
like,
me.
I can understand it. Like, art block is a bitch. I understand that to a very fucking heavy extent. But, like,
This
he decided to do that shit over the course of a fucking month just so that way he could just learn a new skill.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would also like to say it comes back to the fact that I also get a lot of like content creator block. And there are times when I'm
Oh
thinking,
yeah, I feel
shit,
that
I'm-
too.
Yeah,
Like,
I've got
I
other
think-
content creator friends, and they've mentioned that a lot too.
Yeah, like I didn't think I would be able to pump out 3 videos a week with that method, but I just started doing it, and it's like I can't stop because of the amount of stuff that I cover, and because like there's been times when I have like no video or anything, and like a day goes by, or like that day I just search up something random, and it's like, oh cool, make a video on this, and then the video just happens. It's like
You're always discovering new things. It's great.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see here.
How does he not
Very
see the
cousin.
irony in this statement? Wendigoon would leave a comment on his video. Please, no one harass or comment rude things on my behalf. I do not agree with or condone meanness in any way. If you are here to leave a spiteful remark on my behalf, don't. Nothing good comes from anger. I want to apologize for people saying awful things to you on Twitter. I did not know this was happening. I followed you because I saw your Slenderman video and enjoyed it. Then I saw you in my recommended follows. It sounds like you strongly dislike me, and that's okay. But if I have done anything to cause that, I apologize. So Zane is schizoing out in the corner, coming up with conspiracy theories about why this is a threat, when in reality, Wendigoon just liked his videos. Even when I
I
It is
literally
not
already
that
brought
deep.
that up, but yeah, it's right from the fucking man's mouth himself. He just says, "Hey, I saw your Slenderman video. It's pretty cool."
Yeah, that Slender video you made fucking goes hard. No, he is
No.
Nazi. He is tied to extremist right-wing groups who've committed acts of terrorism.
Keep in mind that he has never been associated with them in God knows how long.
By the way,
Yeah.
do you want to know like a weird fact that I found out? If you've ever heard of the Jerry Springer show, right? That
it
dude
sounds
is
vaguely
the-
familiar.
No, the Jerry Springer show. It's the one where they have like the tests for pregnancy scandals and stuff like that.
What the fuck?
Where it's like the super outrageous one
think
where
I've
people
heard of
do
that.
outrageous things and run into the back and whatever.
Huh.
I think I've heard of it.
No,
It
literally,
sounds
it's called the
vaguely
Jerry-
familiar, but I'm not sure.
You're not the father.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
That
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, that's-
I didn't know that's
yeah.
where it came from.
That
Yeah, me neither.
dude, the person who made it, Jerry, he originally was a politician and ran for like state and governors and stuff. But like very early on in his career, he went to like a men's health house, which to anyone who doesn't know what that is, I'm not going to explain it. But just know that it was a big scandal in his political career. And he ended up like becoming then a news anchor and then creating that show, which has been running for like 27 seasons concurrently, as far as I'm aware.
It's
It
still
is.
going? God damn.
I think it's because he's still alive and he's still kicking and still doing that. But but like he got caught up in that scandal, and like it's like, does that define the rest of his career? No, because he has a much bigger career to worry about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
DM'd Wendigoon,
Especially
who
if he's
is nothing
walking.
but polite towards Zane, saying, I feel bad for him. This guy seems to have a lot of hate in his heart, and that can't be easy on the bones. It's clearly not. Zane speaks as if his only purpose in life is to make political horror videos.
The only thing I have of value left to me in this
That would
world
make
is
me
my writing and my perspective.
Wendigoon.
I would be exhausted if that
Yeah.
was my entire content career.
I'd be exhausted if that was just my mentality.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm exhausted that I have to talk about a PlayStation fanboy all. It's fun, but it's like I get sometimes.
It is fun to a point.
Yeah.
Like I've had that to scrap specific videos because of like things that have come up. Like I have a video that I want to do that is like a wish list for the next season of a game that I like, but I can't do it because I have other things that I need to be worrying about. And
Yeah.
like that's the salt content. That's what the people come for. And it sucks that I have to do that, but like at the same time, I enjoy it because it's funny to me. So it's like rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Wendigoon would continue to write, I don't have any malice and I meant what I said in my comment on the video. I hope nobody harasses him on my behalf. If I make a tweet saying that, however, that'll drive more eyes towards him. And I don't want to do that as a lot of people are mad regardless of what I say. I wish him the best and hope he finds what he's looking for. Zane would then delete the entire Wendigoon section of his video and tweeted, many people have said very fair criticism of my work and that I did not appropriately portray people. And I would like to address that. He apologizes to Brandon Buckingham for pushing his false rape allegations, saying, to be honest, I saw pictures of you with Turkey Tom, Donut Operator, Wendigoon, and Brandon Herrera, and often with guns in your hand. I wrote you off. I did not feel like you were worth my time. And that was a result of the company you keep. Ultimately, that is a failing on me, though, and how I presented that. It's such a backhanded apology. Him
That is the
having a
most-
gun.
Yeah.
Aggressive. That's the most passive-aggressive way to say that. Just say
That
you're
is,
sorry. Just say you're
Yeah, just
genuinely
literally
sorry.
state,
It's not
yeah,
that hard.
you know what? Just literally state, yeah, you know what? I fucked up in my representation
up.
of you. Just you could have just left it at that instead of just being a dick.
You just dug yourself deeper.
Yeah.
I don't think I can make it through the last 2 minutes. I'm actually like it's actually
This is-
fucking hurting my head.
This is your job. You will do this.
Fuck you.
Plus, I want to actually see. I want to see the ending of this.
If you need to take
Fine.
that is completely fine.
I am
Does
actually
not
invested.
make him
Like
a
I
bad
make.
Go get
He
some
goes,
water.
Brandon
We'll
used homophobic language towards me through calling me a low testosterone freak. I don't even.
How is
What?
that homophobic?
As a member of the gay community, that's not homophobic.
Hell, as
That's
someone
just-
who is also gay myself, that's not homophobic. That's funny in my opinion.
If I tell my girlfriend that I had low estrogen levels according to my last labs, am I being homophobic?
I guess according to this
Also,
guy, if you call him a
speaking-
soy boy cuck or something along those lines, he's probably gonna fly
Dude,
off the
that's
handle or
like-
something. Meanwhile, I would just
Also,
laugh at something
speaking-
like that.
Speaking as a man, can I just like have lower testosterone, please? Because I would much rather look more androgynous than I do right now. Personally.
I mean, fair. Join the
That's
club.
very fair. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, basically, talk to your doctor.
Yeah, talk to your doctor, kids. Don't take medical advice
Yeah,
from
talk to
random
doctor.
shit people on.
Don't take my advice, please.
Well, please don't take medical advice from your local trans lesbian furry currently in this stream. Like,
Hell, don't take advice from me, even though I'm a plague doctor. Well, you know what plague doctors did. They were medical
Yeah.
professionals, man.
yeah, I don't think
And I am
anyone
just a
else-
regular.
oh,
I am just a regular penguin that got caught in a lab accident and can now speak.
Ah, yes, the magical, scientific marvel of a penguin.
Yes. No, no, not.
I know how
what?
that's homophobic.
No,
What,
I'm-
are you on estrogen? He then goes on to Mutahar. Your thumbnail art was transphobic. I have nothing else to say to that. No.
That's not
That's
how
just
that operates.
that's the style. That was the style of the artist. The artist draws everyone like that, not just
Yeah.
couples. And that is not like I don't.
And the
I-
thing
I-
is
so
that
I saw
Keffels
that-
literally used that artist's artwork in other videos of hers, so that automatically shoots down the transphobia point because she's okay with it when it's other people, but when suddenly it's her, oh my god! Ah!
rules for thee, not for me.
Exactly!
Like as
No
a trans
explanation,
woman
no-
myself, I looked at that thumbnail and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, that's just like I mean, people like the right opinion. And Turkey Tom, they put like they put filters over their thumbnails, so I thought it was just like, oh, okay, someone just put like a weird filter over a picture of Keffels, like that's it. I didn't
Like
think,
what
this
what
artist
Mutahar
is
said in his like response to the entire like aftermath of the situation, like what do you expect him to like dig up fucking like Leonardo da Vinci to fucking like paint a fucking masterpiece of Keffels for his fucking thumbnail? Like
Yeah.
no.
the
Also-
Keffel Lisa over here.
Also, by the way, get ready to be vomiting rainbow out your butt, people, for tomorrow.
Oh right, yeah,
Huh?
Pride Month. I think I bring that up in tomorrow's video.
Right, yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Also,
Also,
speaking
hello.
of funny events, in 10 days, well, actually 9 days as of tomorrow, it will have been 8 years with my current boyfriend.
Oh,
Congratulations.
congrats!
We currently
actually
have no
good.
plans on what to
That's
do.
actually
I'm
good
just
right
thinking
now,
of taking him
where
to
I
that sushi place again, because honestly, it's just worked so far.
Honestly, that
Man.
if it makes you both happy,
Hey, it makes us
Makes me
both
happy.
extremely happy, so
And
yeah.
like I just said, it's
I'm glad you
literally
guys are
June
having
where
fun.
I am right now. So,
Ah,
yeah.
Good for you.
Hell yeah.
That's
The
fucking
argument,
amazing.
he
Yeah,
just goes
I'm
on to play
excited 'cause
victim.
I
I
want
was
to get
overcome with
the-
anger because I think it's incredibly dangerous that there's a man in horror that you cannot criticize without being called the F slur for days on end. I think that is a serious issue. Then talk about that. Maybe you could work something out instead of coming up with conspiracies about him and his friends. I also think it's telling that the bulk of what I said is not actually
Da Vinci would have died a second time if they were forced to paint
Oh
a
my
portrait of
God.
Keffels! True. True that, Warren.
been addressed at all.
Speaking of-
Or you haven't said anything based in reality. I feel like people have addressed
Get this
you
man a
very
true.
clearly. He blames all of his problems on conservatives and says that he's taking down that part of the video as well as taking a month off. I thought you lived paycheck to paycheck. How are you taking a month off? This guy cannot be real. If you felt like you have been mischaracterized, that was not my intention and I genuinely am sorry.
Then what was the intention?
That was
It
the
feels like it
intention.
was.
That
It
the
feels like it
intention.
was.
Like,
If the
yeah,
intention wasn't to mischaracterize and make your supposed, like, opposition look bad, then what was the actual fucking intention? I really want to know.
Yeah, and even if we were to err on the side of caution and say that that was the intention, to not mischaracterize people, you failed in such a spectacular fashion. The Hindenburg looks at you and is like, Can I get your number?
The Hindenburg gazes upon thee and questions, "Why didn't I do that?"
Exactly.
I could have gone down better.
It's pretty much a case like within Ultra Kill, where Hell itself was taking notes from how fucked up humanity was.
Yeah.
Just like, write that down, write that down!
Yeah, write that down, write that down.
Write that down, write that down, why didn't we think of this shit?
Anyway.
Just to be perfectly clear, every single person you mentioned feels like they were mischaracterized. I care so much about horror, it is my life. I grew tired and scared of seeing hate growing on the fringe of something I care so deeply about. Horror is about kindness. Horror is about love. Until next time, Zane.
Neil just... First of all, Neil just came in and said, Satan, I just want to say, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, again, horror is about kindness. Horror is about love. Yes, when you're basically separating a person's top half from their bottom half, that just means that they want a big hug. And they want to love
they really want to hug you.
And
this ain't Undertale, genius!
Yeah, exactly. It's so how. I mean, I guess in some cases the horror community is about kindness and stuff, but not horror.
But yeah, not horror itself.
But
Horror itself is about, well, scaring people.
Like a lot of communities have just good, safe spaces. Like but
the community
horror itself as a genre is about the opposite of
the
those
darkness of humanity.
Literally, like
it's about how fucked shit up is.
So funny.
Yes.
I find it so funny that in so many of the Friday the 13th movies or like Halloween movies, Jason and or Michael Myers will they'll see someone trying to fuck and they're like, no, I gotta stop this, and then he just kills them. No,
You know what?
It's doing like the Flint Lockwood run.
Yeah, the fucking Flint.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I'm coming for you, boy.
We're gonna get into really fucked up shit. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh god.
Nice. Hell yeah.
If you know, then you know.
Bro, what are you talking about? This video was so hateful. He posted a similar message on his Patreon talking about how tricky it is to talk about cultural appropriation as a white man, and that
What the fuck?
Not that hard. It's not that hard.
he only meant to do good with his slanderous video. He then took down his YouTube video completely and made a community post where he apologizes but then acts like the victim, saying, I do think it's dangerous these creators don't acknowledge the obvious situation at play. He'd delete this too because his own community disagrees with him. The reason people say too much politics rots your brain is because you start to view people in terms of teams instead of judging them as individuals. Suddenly, everybody who owns a gun is a gun-crazed fascist.
Gun YouTuber, a gun-obsessed content creator, gun-crazed, very far-right YouTuber.
Everybody who supports the police for stopping child abuse is a bootlicker.
The only thing that one could reasonably gather from this picture of them hugging is that he too is a fascist bootlicker himself.
It's important to remember that you most likely have more in common with your Republican or Democrat neighbor than you do with Hassan or Andrew Tate. These people's brands thrive off division, and I genuinely believe Zane is a product of that. Hopefully this is his wake-up call. If not, just another cow to add to the herd. Yeehaw! Subscribe!
Yep. And that's pretty much where it ends.
Good ass video.
Finally over.
Oh,
Finally, the suffering can end.
Yeah.
The suffering can end, and I can finally kill myself!
No!
No, don't do that. Don't do that, kids. This is a clear joke by the
This is an
Sanity
obvious
and
joke.
Corporation.
What the fuck? Why did I just hear low quality?
Anyway. Nice. Very nice.
Why was it so low quality?
I don't know, but in any case, I'm gonna go have a nice shower and have some chicken nuggets because I am hungry.
Oh yeah, go ahead and eat.
Costco.
And I think I will probably end off this stream. How long have I been streaming for? Two
hours.
Almost 3 actually. 10 minutes under. Sweet.
Oh my.
Impressive.
We managed to turn 27 minutes into 3 hours. New record.
Hey, that's the power of live streams, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the thing. I think we did one where it was like 5 hours.
There have been longer streams. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It was genuinely really
I think
fun.
most of his longer streams have been like his Undertale Yellow ones.
Oh yeah, the Undertale Yellow and a lot of the gaming streams are definitely some of my longer ones.
To be fair, I like gaming. I like long gaming streams because they're fun.
Yeah.
Even though I
I
should
don't mind
100%
talking,
do that.
Talking with people and clowning on this
Hell,
of
literally,
human
my
resources
last
to play.
Undertale Yellow live
Yes,
stream was literally somehow me going through the entire neutral run within a stream, and I didn't even realize that.
Let's go. That's awesome.
It's 5 hours and 25 minutes long. Sink your teeth in,
damn.
buddy.
God damn.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, yeah, I'm the kind of girl to just casually watch Wendigoon's like entire fucking Faith video, which is like.
Oh
what,
yeah,
20
agreed. I love listening to that
2-3
shit
hours?
while I'm like editing and whatnot. It's some nice noise to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like, this whole time,
of-
I was using this stream as background noise while I was playing Dead by Daylight, and like
Nice.
I was still able to fucking like engage with it. It was great.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
with that, I will end off the stream. So thank you guys so much for coming by. Hello there, some kid. Tactical nuke incoming. It's over. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. It was genuinely fantastic to have you guys around. And of course, to my lovely guests here in the call, thank you guys so much for joining in. I'll probably stick around in the call anyways. I'll probably play some games. I don't fucking know. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you guys for dropping by. And I'll see you whenever I see you. And also keep an eye out for tomorrow. Video's coming out. It's a response to that really shit response to my Ruben Sim video, so get ready. Strap in.
Same for me. I also have a video coming out. Ah.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Take care, everyone.